kitties, to another episode of RatG TV with your hosts, Zeus and the Wellandwingnut. And they thought I was the crazy one.
Black magic. You got to know, got the show, it's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want, so just tell me what you want to hear.
Welcome back to another edition of RatG TV. It's your boy Zeus, and with me, as he is every week, my co-host. Oh, over this side. Whoa, that is so weird. Normally, it's inverted. I don't know what's happening, but I love it. I'm inverted. Look at the shirt being backwards and all.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's funny you say that because last week something at work had happened and I did something and I was like, oh, I'm like, sorry, I inverted my access for a second there. And Buddy was like, he's a gamer, right? But at first he was like, what?
Yeah. Only gamers know. I always invert my axis on any flying game. I revert it. Like whatever, they always have it inverted, and I go back to the opposite, so it feels more natural.
Yeah.
I usually stay away from those games because I usually suck pretty bad at those. Yes, we're live on Puff Puff Podcast. We don't normally go live there, but we are today. So hello to our fans over there that we haven't talked to in quite some time. Josh Brown says, this is going to break my heart seeing this. Yeah, you know, it was a heartbreaking weekend. A lot of people died on the same day there. Of course.
Yeah, we had a triple header. You know, the old thing, you know, people used to say was death comes in threes, literally on, I think it was Thursday. Yeah.
There was a trifecta for sure. So with that in mind, Steve and I, the Wellandwingnut, and I, decided that we're going to rank our top 5 favorite Ray Liotta roles from TV and film. Listen, there's going to be some stuff that's left off this list that's going to upset you. But this is, every time we do these lists, we tell you these lists are fluid. Our choices could change from minute to minute just because there's just a plethora of stuff.
Like, I know there's at least one movie on your list, and I haven't seen your list. That could have been my number one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably. But that was everyone's number one, so I was just happy you left it off for me. So, and yeah, hey, you know what can I say? My entire life, I wanted to be a gangster. Right.
That's east side of Welland for anybody that doesn't.
Yes, know. Yeah. He's not flashing West Coast signs there. Bloods and Crips. That's Welland East Side, our own little hood. He's also in GTA Vice City game. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Steve would know all about that though, because Steve is the GTA fan. That's the game. That's your game. Like that's my game. Go-to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kill to death ratio, I think, is well over 3.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, sounds good.
I have all the toys.
Yeah. Now, are you a hacker? Like
I'm not a hacker. No,
modder or whatever you call it.
No, never modded, never hacked. Early on in this version of GTA Online, though, there was a big scam going on, and I got gifted like $6 billion. And then they started cracking down on everybody that got the money, and right away I bought everything you possibly could, everything I could. And I did end up losing the money, but they never took the stuff I bought. So I was like,
I mean, win-win.
Yeah.
Right on. Way to go. Like I said, very Elon of you. Did you buy a flamethrower?
Flamethrower. Did I buy a flamethrower? You don't have a flame. There's no flamethrower. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a flamethrower. GTA.
There's no flamethrower in GTA. Wow, that kind of baffles me.
We got to go back to the OG overhead view when you used to be able to light the Hare Krishnas on fire and watch them all go running on fire in a line.
That wasn't.
I never did that, but I saw videos online.
That was Airplane. That was the movie Airplane. Yes. We're old. That's all we're saying right now. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be running down our top 5 favorite Ray Liotta roles. Let us know in the comments what yours are as well. we'd be happy to share them with everyone else who's watching along. GTA, only game where you can pay a hooker, have sex with her, then beat her up and take the money back. Beautiful.
This is true. I mean, I don't know.
I played it. I was like the guys on The Big Bang Theory, where we made sure we paid them.
Right. I don't know how beautiful it is, but yes.
Right. I don't know how to answer that safely.
PM me.
Right. Send all your hate mail to the Wellandwingnut at gmail.com. So we will get to those. Like I said, let us know what your favorites are as well. Steve, you've got a movie review this week. What do you got on tap for Steve's 5-second movie review this week?
So I thought I'd watch a reboot, a Stephen King movie from the 80s, which I haven't seen in a long time, which I really wanted to watch it before I watched the original so I could do like a comparison thing, having not watched it in so long. But Stephen King's Firestarter, starring then Drew Barrymore, now this young lady whose name is Ryan something.
What?
Ryan something.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, right. I forgot. I go by Zeus now.
But and also Zac Efron is in this. I've really come around. I've really come around on Zac Efron.
Yeah.
I really have.
I feel like Zac Efron is the Channing Tatum we deserve. Does that make sense?
That does. It does make sense.
Right? Like I feel like he's the good acting version of Channing Tatum, or decent at least. And I think he puts himself into his roles. Here's what I would like to see. I would like to see Zac Efron dye his hair blonde and play Johnny Storm in the upcoming Fantastic Four.
I thought you were going to go Zach Morris for some reason.
That might work too. Well, though, he actually said he wants to go back and do High School Musical, like another High School Musical movie. Obviously, he'd be out of high school at that point.
So it'd be my story.
Right. Just barely getting in. Ryan Kira Armstrong. Thank you, Will. Thank you. That is the new Firestarter. So that'll be Steve's 5-second movie review, brought to you by DocNet. DocNet, bringing internet to your world. Just above Steve's head there. And beyond. So yeah, that'll be coming up around the bottom of the hour. Then we've got the news to talk about. So we've got the TikToker of the week. Let me put this out here. I forgot to put the TikToker of the week last week up. And the only reason, normally I would just ignore it, but I feel we have to play it because of just the horrific events that happened last week in Buffalo. And then, I wish we had the video of Steve Kerr as well, with his soundbite. But this was Mike Myers showing some love to the folks in Buffalo.
I got to say, I like nice hockey shirt.
Thank you. This is just wanted to send some love to the people of Buffalo.
Now that's up by up by the border. Do you spend much
Toronto.
time?
Yeah, of course. They're our neighbors to the south. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I just today I was just thinking how much we love Buffalo, and we just want to send our love to you. That's all. That's all.
Now, as a Sabres fan, you know how hard that would be in reverse.
Right. And he's a diehard Leafs fan. And not only a diehard Leafs fan, he's been on record to say that the Sabres are one of his most hated teams out there. So, yeah, that says a lot. Big ups to Mike Myers for doing that. Of course, our hearts go out to everyone who lost their lives last week. Not just in Buffalo, Texas. I mean, it was a rough week. So we're not going to dwell on that right now. We're going to move past and try to bring you some happier news and stuff. But just to know we are thinking of everybody out there for as much as that does anymore. So anyways, how do you segue out of that? You just move on. You just move on.
A horrible segue.
Listen, well, let's take another sad thing and move it into a little bit of happiness. And of course, why we're here today, we're talking about the late great Ray Liotta, who passed away this past week in his sleep. In the Dominican Republic, right?
Yes, while filming a movie in the Dominican.
Deep Waters.
I don't have the title of the film, but he was with his fiance. So yeah.
Well,
60 years old.
So because of that, we are going to do our top 5 favorite Ray Liotta roles. And Steve, every week you start us off. Folks, feel free to give us your favorite roles of Ray as well, and we'll pop them up in the chat.
So I changed up the list I had originally sent you, and I do have one honorable mention. I noticed you didn't have it in your list, and I waited to make sure you didn't. So this movie here, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jason Lee, Sigourney Weaver, Ray Liotta. Funny movie.
I had a hard time with the picture up there.
Oh, sorry. Funny movie. The Heartbreakers, in which Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sigourney Weaver play a mother-daughter con artist team, scamming poor Ray Liotta and Jason Lee. So, yeah.
You can take that down.
All right. And then day after my birthday, 2023, we've talked about this movie on the show. You've mentioned it recently. I mentioned it in the past when I heard Elizabeth Banks on a podcast talking about it. She's producing it. And Ray Liotta going to be in Cocaine Bear.
Right. I have so many questions still.
So this is loosely based on the true story from 1985 in which a former narcotics cop turned to smuggler. What their scam was they were not scam, but they were literally buying $100,000 Cessnas, flying them over the border, ditching the plane every time as just collateral damage. Because, I mean, you're talking millions and millions of dollars worth of cocaine. This particular flight went bad. One guy survived and was on the ground with a 175-pound black bear that seemed to really like the cocaine.
Did he survive?
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away about the ending, but for an hour and a half, this gentleman was on the planet with the most apex predator at the time.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Well, I don't understand why the bear would have been attracted to it.
I mean,
I like the smell, but
I was just gonna say, you beat me to it. If that isn't two Wellanders thinking the same way, what is? Shout out to Hot Shots.
It took place in the Chattahoochee National Forest, which is a real place. You can Google it.
All right. Can you imagine Yogi Bear on coke?
Right. Well, he definitely wouldn't want the picnic basket.
We might. You've got the story later, but maybe Winnie the Pooh.
Maybe. So I switched out to something I'd actually seen and not something coming out in the future. My first one, playing Morty Sislak, relative of Mo Sislak in the episode King Lear, which debuted April 15th, 2018. I wasn't watching The Simpsons still at this point. No. So I don't remember that I'd seen the episode or not.
I haven't seen it, that's for sure.
But just the fact
I haven't watched I can't even tell you that we've mentioned this many times. I literally can't tell you the last time I watched a new episode.
So I still to make sure to watch the Trios of Horror episode every year. That's still a tradition I keep up.
I used to do that, and I haven't done that in probably at least I want to say 5 years, and that's being generous.
But I just the fact that he was Simpsonized. I mean, that's iconic status right there.
That's the ultimate.
Yeah,
the ultimate honor. All right. So those are your two honorary mentions.
Those are my honorary mentions. Yes.
All right. Let's see your list, brother. Let's see what you got.
All right. Starting with.
We got a lot of assets in there today.
Yeah, that was number 5. So this is number 4.
Number 5. Oh, right.
No, sorry.
Whoa.
My bad. Number 4. Unlawful Entry, Madeline Stowe, Kurt Russell.
Big about this movie.
Yeah, great movie where he plays a cop that ends up coming a call to their house about a possible break-in. Becomes obsessed with them, and I'm sure you can see where it goes from there. It was a pretty big hit. I mean, $23 million budget, made $57 million, so not bad for a thriller. Probably rated R at the time.
Yeah. Did this come out around the same time as Pacific Heights? Can you take that? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Just because I didn't know where that was. But did that come out around the same time as Pacific Heights?
I'm gonna say yes.
Because I remember the two. I think they came out against each other or somewhat close to each other, and both movies had the same feel. They weren't the same movie, but they both had that kind of same feel where Michael Keaton was that really weird landlord, I think, if I remember right, Pacific Heights, and Ray Liotta was the same type of energy for a cop. Both taking on, couples that didn't basically deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good movie.
So Unlawful Entry, number 4 for me. Check it out. And then number 3, we talked about it before, being a big gamer. Tommy Vercetti, GTA Vice City, 2002 PlayStation 2 game. This was at the time the fastest selling game ever.
This was Vice City.
Yes.
I played this game a lot.
Yeah. Fastest selling game at the time. Obviously, that's been broken numerous times since 2002, but still at the top, near the top of PlayStation 2's all-time selling list. Number 1 being San Andreas, 2 and 3 being Gran Turismo 3, Gran Turismo 4, and this still sits at number 4.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to say San Andreas was the one that I played the most out of all of those, but that was a close second. But San Andreas was it was too good. But wasn't he in San Andreas as well?
He may have been made an appearance, yeah.
Yeah.
Like right. It's been a while since I played it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was CJ or whatever you were in that one.
CJ was in San Andreas, correct, yes. And then maybe a little out of sorts for me, but you think maybe I'd save this horror one for number 1. But I got a surprise. I'm going to surprise you. This was a surprise. Hannibal. I mean, this scene was something smells good.
Doctor, I smell burnt toast. Canadians get that. Generation X Canadians get that.
Hannibal, Julianne Moore, Gary Oldman, Anthony Hopkins. This scene was just so messed up.
I mean, that's just one of the ones that goes to the top of your brain right away. Like hats off to them. Good heads up performance. I mean, a little off the top.
And then my number 1, I tried to look this up. Couldn't find it on Netflix store. Couldn't rent it anywhere. It wasn't on any streaming service. So tough to find. I may have to purchase this one from Amazon. Great movie. Came out in the late 80s, starring Tom Hulce and Ray Liotta. Tom Hulce, you remember from Animal House and Amadeus, which were big movies prior to that. Jamie Lee Curtis.
You said Amadeus. You'll remember from Amadeus, as if anyone our age actually remembers anything from Amadeus, aside from the fact that it was a dude in a white hat and our parents going crazy about this movie that made no fucking sense to us about Mozart.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about Amadeus? Like, I remember, like, just maybe commercial bits.
I remember having to watch it in school.
It's like when people try to talk to me about Taps. I'm like, yeah, I remember I was made to go see it.
But this is this one. Grab a box of tissues if you find this one. This is a heartbreaking and feel-good story at the same time about twin brothers growing up in Pittsburgh. Ray Liotta is a smart guy, potential medical student, but he stays back. He doesn't go to college to take care of his less intelligent, slower brother Eugene, and it is just a heartbreaking story.
Dominic and Eugene, huh? Dominic Eugene. I don't remember that one at all.
Great performances all around. Jamie Lee Curtis and the two mentioned. So
awesome. Good list, brother. Good list. I mean, it's a tough one, man. Like that's the dude right there. All right. Well, hey, man. All right. Let's see how my list does or compares. Like I said, folks, if you have a favorite, let us know. in the comments there, and we'll post it as well. As I scroll through to mine, because we've got these in different spots. All right, so you must have peeped my pictures a little bit here, because you saw that you had the honorable mentions you can give out, because I didn't have them. So one honorable mention. This is my honorable mention. Oh wait,
B movie.
damn it, Steve, damn it all to hell.
Is it B movie?
No,
Oh,
it's not. My honorable mention's not even. I didn't even put it on here. I thought I had it on here, and it's not there. But all right, doesn't matter.
well, you can mention it.
No, actually, no, I'm good. I'm good. Fuck it. We'll start off with a number 5. You know me. I love family movies. I love good-hearted comedies, and I love anything that's got like a really good heart at the center of it, but deals with people that are kind of like scoundrels, if you will. I like the Han Solo types. I like the the people that deal with moral gray area or moral ambiguity. Ooh, I can even say that word. This movie, right up there. Ray Liotta, Dennis Leary, Danny Glover, and a great big elephant. Operation Double. What are you laughing at? This movie was great. Have you seen this movie?
I have seen this,
Thank
but I
you.
don't remember it at all.
I do. It was freaking great.
You listen to Facebook user 36742. She knows what she's talking about.
Freaking hilarious movie.
I agree. And that's why it's my number 5 movie up on the old list there. Oh, I remember what my honorable mention was, and I didn't put it the picture up here. And I'm really sorry about this. And I did really like this movie. It's too depressing for me to put on there. And that's saying a lot with Ray Liotta, because Ray's in a lot of movies get fucking depressing. And that was the Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, I believe, is the movie Copland.
Yeah.
Great movie. Really, really good movie, but it didn't make either one of our lists. But it was so good. But it wasn't. Ray Liotta was great in that, but that movie was great because of Sylvester Stallone. So that's why. I'm sorry. Next on my list, though, can't go wrong with this one. And people would expect this to be my number 1 if I don't have Copland up there. Especially, and Steve knows, well, I don't know if he knows, but when I was growing up, baseball for me, I was all over the place when it came to fandoms. But when it first started out, my first team I was a Pittsburgh Pirates fan because we had the Welland Pirates. And then after that, I had the WGN network. So I was a big White Sox fan and a big fan of the Cubs. And I got into the White Sox lore. And because of all that, I became a big fan of this movie that some people find a little boring, but not me. I mean, if you build it, they will come. And that was, of course, Field of Dreams. Ray Liotta playing Shoeless Joe Jackson there. Or no, was he the dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's dad, sorry. Who played Shoeless Joe in that movie?
I don't remember, because if you're familiar with Burt Kreischer, Secret Time, I've never seen it.
Oh. You've never seen Field of Dreams?
No. But you know what? I forgot to mention last week. I watched
Jones in that movie saving the kid, and you never.
I forgot to mention last week. I watched 2 really good football movies again that I'd never seen.
Go for it. Which ones?
The Express.
The Express,
Amazing
which was a
movie.
true story
Never seen
about a kid who he was the first African American to win the Heisman Trophy.
Sweet.
From like
Yeah,
1962.
really good movie.
Nice.
Just soul crushing though.
Mm-hmm. Breaking the tissues, Ryan.
And the other one was what was the other one?
I don't know. You're the one telling me the story.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The other one we watched it.
But it was good too.
It was good. It was good. I don't remember what it was or who was in
So
it.
it still holds on. Football movies. There's not there. Go try and find a bad one.
Well,
Excluding
I
Iron Man.
refuse to watch the Rock Exhibit movie because everyone tells me it's horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm
Excluding
trying to
that
keep
one.
my streak alive of there
Right.
not being ever a bad football movie.
Yeah.
If you want to cry at a football movie and somehow you can find it, because I can't find it on Flickster either, or anywhere else, but it's called Triumph of the Heart, the Ricky Bell story, starring Mario Van Peebles. It was a made-for-TV movie about Ricky Bell, the football player. I'm telling you, it's sadder than Brian's song.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a long time, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, I mean, we watched this in high school football. You played high school football with us. I used to hang out with Mark Dixon and a bunch of guys from Notre Dame, and we all watched it. Like all of us football guys, all watched it at Dave Price's house. Not a dry eye in the house. Every single football. Do you know what it's like at that age when you're like 17 or whatever? And you're
I gotta go get a drink.
Right? It's the emotional equivalent of getting a stiffy wearing jogging pants and having to go answer a fucking math question. Yeah, we went there. So yeah, that was my next one. Number 4 was Field of Dreams. Good movie. I did really enjoy it. It's only number 4 for me. I'm sorry. Number 3, however, this was a tough one. I wanted to put. Honestly, this could have been number 1. This really could have been number 1, but not so much because of his role in it. His role was great. Don't get me wrong, but this movie is one of my all-time favorite bonkers movie, and I just mean action-packed movie. This is right up there with Reservoir Dogs,
Wild Hogs.
Fuck, man, why you gotta spoil shit all the time? Spoilers. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
really. It's gotta be good, fellas.
I wanted to. Ryan Reynolds, Chris Pine, Ray Liotta, fucking just Jeremy Piven, so many people. Smoking Aces, one of the most underrated movies I think ever.
You see, I knew it wasn't Wild Hogs, which is why I guessed it.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That's
one.
how that works.
Let me pull the veil behind. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, so Smoking Aces, great movie. Have you seen Smoking Aces?
No.
Not since it came out. Yeah,
dude, go back and watch it again. If you, well, wait, I should ask you though. Are you a fan of those type of movies, like the Pulp Fictions, the Reservoir Dogs? Yeah, I would say give that one a shot again, especially if you like Jeremy Piven. Piven's great in this movie. Ryan Reynolds is great in this movie because he's not Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is in it? I gotta go watch it then.
Ryan Reynolds is in it. It's the first Chris Pine movie. Like, it's Chris Pine's first big movie as well.
So I was today years old when I found out Chris Pine's dad. Do you know who Chris Pine's dad is?
Do you have any idea?
Chris Pine Sr.?
True. No. Robert Pine was the chief on Chips.
Get the shit out of here.
Right? Yeah! That's what we said.
We should have. I should have volunteered to host the Chips fucking panel. We could have brought that up.
That's why we figured it out, because we're talking about it. Like, that's his fucking dad. Oh my
god. Speaking of Comic-Con, just to throw that in there, June 3rd to 5th, 2022, Niagara Falls, Ontario, the Scotiabank Center. Steve and I will both be there hosting panels. It's going to be lots of fun. What do you think about hosting a panel with AC/DC drummer? What can you tell me about, like, because I don't know nothing. Like, I like AC/DC. I have respect for AC/DC, but for me, AC/DC was just that teen dance band.
Right.
That's who we were at that time.
As a rock fan, as an AC/DC fan, you know, how cool is that? You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten the chance to meet pretty much my rock idols. I've never met Steven Tyler. I mean, I'm a big 70s Aerosmith fan, to be clear. And not that I don't like their 90s stuff, but
Poison in the Attic, though. Poison in the Attic is where it was at.
Yeah, I love their older bluesier stuff. But yeah, I've met Rob Zombie. I've met Phil from Pantera. I've met Al Jorgensen from Ministry. Like, those are like
Flavor Flav.
I'm on stage with Flavor Flav and fucking Chuck D. Like, so to be part of a panel from the second longest running drummer at AC/DC, not Phil Rudd,
Right.
but Simon Wright. He was in the '80s. Was in on a couple albums, couple tours. So very cool.
Right on. Now, is he the current drummer for AC/DC or no?
He is not the current drummer. No.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah. He's still AC/DC. Let's get back to my
video, man.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be fun, though. It's going to be a great time. Sure. And this is another thing. We don't say this enough. If you see us at Comic-Con, feel free to come over. You want to say hi? You want to take a picture? We'll do that. We don't bite. And, well, Steve does a little bit, but usually he charges extra. So you're all right.
But, yeah, great lineup.
Man, listen, so looking at this right here, Shatner is hosting his own panel. I wish I was hosting the panel for the Sons of Anarchy, but they're going to be there. The full sense, well, not the full, but a Sons of Anarchy reunion like you wouldn't believe. Juice is there. Clay is there. You got Opie will be there. And, of course,
Tig
is going to be there. I mean, it's going to be good. Chips is there. What else is up on that list there? We've got the wrestlers. I'm going to be hosting Santino, Kevin Nash, JBL, Laura Vandervoort. I'm excited to host that one. She played Supergirl on Smallville. She was also in Bitten. She's a great Canadian actress. And then I'm hosting, of course, Booger, Curtis Armstrong. It's going to be fun. So come see us. Come have fun. Now let's get back to our list. That was a nice little promo we just did halfway through my list for Niagara Falls Comic-Con. Put it out there. All right, so Smoking Aces was my next one. Number 2 on my list. It's another one that could have been my number 1. I felt obligated to put number 1 at number 1 until I thought about it. But number 2 on my list, I absolutely love this movie. I love this movie so much. This was the only movie I messaged Steve about before I had to see if he took it. I'm like, you didn't take this. And I should have known he wouldn't have taken this.
This is Facebook user's favorite Ray Liotta movie.
Is it really?
Yeah. She loves this movie.
See, her and I'm basically your wife, is what you're telling me. Her and I agree on everything. Shut up. I'm in touch with my feminine side. But yeah, up next.
So am I in different ways.
Right.
Wait, what?
What? Number 2 on my list, which almost was number 1, was Corinna. Whoopi Goldberg, Ray Liotta. Great movie. Lots of fun. And like I said, listen, you know what? If you want to blame anybody for this, you blame my grandparents. This is all my grandparents' fault. Raising me on Disney and Family Channel and Jimmy Stewart movies. It's who I am. I'm sorry. I had family ties helping raise me. Family ties? Yeah. Growing pains, So that's it. That was my number 2. And I mean, what great chemistry between these two as well, which I never, ever would have expected. And I think I remember because my grandmother was huge on watching Entertainment Tonight back in the day.
Right.
Because that was a big thing.
My parents as well.
Yeah, Mary Hart, John Tesh. And I think there was like a rumor that people were afraid that Ray Liotta and Whoopi wouldn't get along because they thought Ray would be racist or whatever. Just I have no idea why. But the chemistry between the two of them was absolutely great. So that was definitely my number 2. It was hard though. Like I said, I wanted that to be number 1, but when I look at my number 1, and then I look at the impact of it, when I look at the overall acting of it, and then I look back at Hank Hill himself, who's been on Howard Stern numerous times talking about how great Ray did of portraying him and how accurate it was. How could you not go with Goodfellas as number 1? Liotta, De Niro, Pesci. What am I?
So good.
What am I? I'm funny to you? How? Funny how? I'm a clown?
The night we got the news of Ray's passing, that was my watch.
Yeah. Oh, you watched it, eh? Yeah. I didn't watch anything. I feel bad now. Now I feel like I have to watch something tonight. Yeah, we'll see. I might watch Corinna again. Honestly, that's probably who we can. That's what I'm doing tonight. It's gonna be a bottle of
B movie.
Oh yeah, but B movie was Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
No, I'm good. I'm sorry. Even as the B, he can't. He can't. That's my favorite movie. Which one, Josh?
B movie.
B movie's your favorite movie, or is it Corinna, or is it Goodfellas? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. But yeah, so that's our top 5. Throughout the show, feel free to drop in the comments again what your favorites were of Ray. Of course, we're sending out our respect and condolences to his family. And this is just our way of acknowledging the career of one of the greats of our generation and maybe any generation, Ray Liotta. I was listening to the Kevin Smith podcast.
I mean, who could forget his? Sorry to interrupt us. Who could forget his performance in Hubie Halloween?
So I was listening to the Kevin Smith podcast, and Mark Bernardin referred to Ray Liotta as Ray Liotta. Have we been saying it wrong?
I mean, I have never heard it pronounced anywhere.
Right, and he worked for Entertainment Weekly and all different. I think he worked for the. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he was just that nice a guy that he never corrected anyone.
Good fellas, thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Just got in, missed the list. Did we cover No Escape and Unlawful Entry?
Unlawful Entry was on my list,
but No Escape did not. I don't know No Escape, at least offhand. Do you know No Escape, Steve?
I remember seeing it when I was looking at his body of work, but I didn't recall the movie.
1994 movie starring Ray Liotta, Lance Henriksen, Kevin Dillon, Stuart Wilson from Lethal Weapon 3, Ernie Hudson. I said that like, oh my God, Ernie Hudson? How did they get Ernie Hudson in this movie?
Sorry.
But Ernie Hudson was it. Where did Steve just go? Steve just left everybody. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, oh no, I got it up there, but yeah.
I just went to PVR B movie.
Well, I hate you. I thought you were like at least leaving to go check out No Escape because
I mean, I got out of here pretty quick.
Ernie Hudson's in it. How could you not? Yeah. So that just all happened. Like I said, let us know your favorite movies in the comments there. Greg, are those 2 of your favorites then? What's your favorite Ray Liotta role? Could be TV.
Please tell me it's Wild Hogs.
Nobody's gonna say Wild Hogs. Tim Allen wouldn't even say Wild Hogs. John Travolta would. But that's it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Martin Lawrence would be like, I just happen the motherfuckers paid me.
He'd be like, I was in that?
I was in that. I wasn't even on the motorcycles. That was my stunt double the entire time. Right, though? Probably was, right? Anyways, we love you, Martin. All right. So we're almost ready to get to that time of the day where Steve gives us his lovely reviews of movies. And Steve, your 5-second movie review this week. What do you got coming our way?
Remake of Stephen King's 1980s movie Firestarter, starring Ryan, whatever that Will said that girl's name was.
Ryan Will said that girl's name was. Is that Norwegian?
Right. I believe it's Dutch.
Right. Well, I mean, so close. So close.
So
Scandinavian. So.
And Zac Efron. So.
Oh, Ryan Kira Armstrong.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Thank God for Will.
Just missed the list. Oh yeah, we got that. I'd have to say they're up there. Field of Dreams for me personally, but of course, Goodfellas top of the list. I had both those on my list. I'm sure Steve would as well if he he knew I was taking those. So, yeah.
I always see the obvious ones right away. I'm like, okay, I know Ryan's going to pick these. So,
did I shock you with Operation Dumbo Drop though?
I mean,
no,
and yes, no and yes at the same time.
You're shocked to see it because you've forgotten about it.
No, I saw like, yeah.
No, well, listen, I'm trying to save myself somehow here. Anyways, so every week when we do Steve's 5-second movie review, it is brought to us by our favorite little sponsor. Folks, if you're looking to save a little money, I mean, gas prices are through the roof. Hydro prices are through the roof. Food is through the roof. Lumber, everything is through the roof. But you don't have to pay through the roof prices when it comes to internet and having good internet in your home. So, folks, if you're looking for great internet without having to pay those huge prices, go over to DocNet, docnet.ca. Give Tony a shout. Tony will hook you up, get you set up with great internet service without breaking your bank. Listen, go to Tony. Tell him RatG TV sent you. And have Tony over at DocNet connect your home to the rest of the world. See, I switched it up a little bit there. I felt good on that one. I don't know. You know what? Why don't we just review a movie? Let's do it. It's time for Steve's 5-second movie review by Steve. Yeah. Jazz hands. Now. All right. So for those of you that are new to the show, if you've never seen Steve's 5-second movie review, what happens is I am going to put 5 seconds on the board, and within those 5 seconds, Steve will give us his unfiltered, unadulterated review of the remake, Firestarter. Steve, are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
All right. Hi, Techie here. Your 5 seconds are on the board. You may begin now.
This new Firestarter, not like old Firestarter. I honestly don't remember old Firestarter, but this one was okay, Firestarter.
Why didn't I see the Prodigy coming? How did I not see that coming? So Prodigy aside, is this the prodigal return?
Yeah, I hadn't seen the original in a long time, so hard to compare them for me.
Right.
But it wasn't bad. I mean, these remakes are. If I have seen them, or I haven't seen them, sometimes a good movie you go back to rewatch it because it's from the 70s or the 80s. It's not as good as you remember.
Right.
But yeah, they did a great job. They stuck really true to the original story. That I do know from what I read on Wikipedia, because I tried to compare the two that way, having not had time to watch it. Yeah, I mean, it was Firestarter modern day without Drew Barrymore.
Now, back then, and not to get off on a tangent here before you give us your overall score, did you was I the only one that mixed up Drew Barrymore with the girl from Poltergeist? Like, I couldn't tell the two of them apart back then.
I mean,
like there's a large portion of my life where I thought it was a girl from Poltergeist that was in Firestarter.
Did the girl from Poltergeist have a cocaine problem as well?
And she didn't live long enough, and I'm not trying to say that means.
Oh, yes.
She died. No, she died from pneumonia before Poltergeist 2 or 3, right? Yeah, that's why I'm not answering that. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna hope that wasn't. Bradley Alch, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. As Steve says, hi to the hi guy. All right. Well, there you go. So, Steve, what is your score? Everybody's anxiously awaiting. What do you give the Firestarter reboot out of 5?
So I didn't love it.
Burn.
I didn't want to turn it off, so I gave it a 2.
Oh, I mean, almost middle of the road there. Not bad, not bad. 2 out of 5 for the new Firestarter movie. What do you guys think? Have you seen this movie yet? Do you agree with the Wingnut score there? Or are you going to have to send them some hate mail over at the wellandwingnut@gmail.com? Let us know in the comments. And then let him know on his email as well. But there you go. Brought to you by docnet.ca. That is Steve's 5-second movie review by Docnet.
I meant it.
3.5 Bradley Elch gives it. Nice. Now, Brad, do you remember the original Firestarter as well? Because you're a bit older than us. Like, I'm not saying you're old. We're old, but I mean, you've got a couple years on us. Do you remember the original Firestarter a little bit more than we do? And if so,
I mean, special effects wise, obviously, way better.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Je ne sais pas. Well, we will find out. Here it comes right now, and yeah, better than the OG as well. We'll find out. I tell you
Next
what,
time on.
Loved it. Good. Glad to hear it, buddy. Glad to hear it. Steve's the hard ass in this.
I really am. I really am.
I am the pushover though.
I took points away from a movie that I absolutely loved one time just because there was an Oasis song in it.
You know, I started to learn how to play guitar too, and I started off with Oasis. And my friend was like, "Hey, do you know how to play Wonderwall?" And I was like, "Maybe." Let's do the news. Shut up! You loved it. You loved it, did you?
I did.
So maybe. I've been waiting to use that joke. I don't care. Listen.
Out of your system then.
What's that?
Glad you got it out of your system then.
Yeah, it's not going to stop now. You know me. I ride these running gags forever. All right. Well, Dr. Death, you get us started every week with the bad news. Why don't you get us started, man?
Yeah, like we said, a few deaths within the day or so. Music world was rocked literally this week when some bands from the 70s and 80s. I mean, younger folk may not remember them, but I'm sure these musicians have been sampled by younger artists that they don't even know. They've been sampled by Andy Fletcher, 60 years old, keyboard player for Depeche Mode, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2020. I mean, we grew up with these guys, some big hits. The 1981 hit, Just Can't Get Enough, which we did get enough of. And
Listen,
and in 1989, a song that I can still appreciate when I listen to it, and that's Personal Jesus.
your own. My kids hate that song just because it's one of those songs that I can honk the horn to. Your own personal Jesus. So when we were growing up, like we grew up in the era where there was still like the Socias and the Greasers and the Preps and the fucking whatever. And we were the East Side kids. And we never got along with preppy rich kids ever. Like the Notre Dame kids were, and Depeche Mode was like the fucking national fucking that was the mascot of the preppies.
Yeah, people who pinned the bottom of their jeans,
Who the polo shirts or what were they? The Croc shirts.
Yeah.
And Flock of Seagulls hair. Sad to see him go. There were a couple songs. Those two songs were the only songs that I dug. Yeah. And I'm not trying to talk shit about it. I was just that's my memory of Depeche Mode.
Well, for sure. They were part of that whole new wave of music that came in. And before that, definitely influenced Depeche Mode. This next guy, drummer for the band Yes, amongst others, prog rock band, started in 1972. This guy played with everybody, though. In 1969, pre-Yes, he played with the Plastic Ono Band and played on both Instant Karma and Imagine.
And what was his name?
Alan White.
Oh,
And after that, joined Yes, big career with them. You probably remember their song, Owner of the Lonely Hearts.
Yes was huge. Yes was huge.
Yeah. And then he's played on over 50 albums. He's played with George Harrison. He's played with Ginger Baker. He played with Joe Cocker. I mean, that's a resume and a half right there.
Wow. Well, one hell of a drummer, that's for sure, and a journeyman as well.
Yeah.
I don't know who's your favorite drummer of all time.
Who? That's a tough one.
And I'm not asking you who in your opinion is the best drummer.
Yeah, who's the best? Who's
who's your favorite though?
I mean, it's hard not to say Neil Peart, just being Canadian, being a local boy, being just a fucking amazing drummer.
Right.
But I would have to say Jimi Hendrix's drummer, whose name is escaping me at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure offhand.
Mitch Mitchell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did know that. Yes,
The guy's amazing,
Yeah.
man. I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan, so
Okay.
I just love Mitch Mitchell.
All right. I think I'd go with Bonzo. Like it's hard not to for me.
Yeah.
Because
No,
when we were growing up, Zeppelin was
Zeppelin was the shit.
Zeppelin was
Still are.
life. Did we lose John Paul?
No, John Paul Jones is still around.
So I mean, I want just one concert before they're all gone. Even do it like almost unplugged.
Yeah.
And
They did the reunion thing in London at the O2 Arena.
But not with Jason. They didn't have Jason with them, did they?
I think they did, yeah.
Oh, I thought they didn't play with Jason Bond.
No, they did. It was that big show at the O2 Arena.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
one off.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I mean, and I know his voice isn't where.
But you're right. Like I got to see them twice on their it was a big deal in early to mid '90s when Jimmy Page and Robert Plant first got back together. That was a big deal.
Yeah,
I got to see that tour twice, and then 2 or 3 years later, they put a new album called Walking into Clarksdale. Got to see that tour as well, and John Paul Jones left off both of those. Like, why? Like, just why?
Yeah, I know, and it's the same thing with Waters and Gilmore.
Yeah.
You know who else I say too, and people laugh at me for this one, or I get the weird eye for this, and I don't care. But Stephen Page, Ed, just make up. Give us a Bare Naked Ladies reunion, because it's not the same. Stephen Page by himself isn't the same, and Bare Naked Ladies. I'm sorry, you
have to have all the Bare Naked Ladies together.
Exactly. Like seriously, that's just my thing.
You take one Bare Naked Lady away, and you're left with like 3 other Bare Naked Ladies. It's just not the same. It's really not.
I mean, these aren't first world problems. These are everyday. All right, let's finish up the news here. And the whole reason why we're doing this.
Yeah, the reason we're here. 67 years old, man. Like, while filming in the Dominican with his fiance. He had a daughter of 23 years old with his ex-wife. He's going to be missed. He had a great body of work, and we got a few movies still in the can that will be coming out. That first one being, we spoke about it earlier, Cocaine Bear, coming out the day after my birthday, February 24th, 2023. So look forward to that. And then maybe a couple others. This one, we don't know how far they were into production. So, getting 2 or 3 more Ray Liotta movies for sure, at least.
Well, I mean, that'll be nice to see those. It's always weird. Anytime
Watching posthumous, yeah,
right? Like It is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say because didn't Heath Ledger die before they released The Dark Knight?
I believe so.
Yeah, because that was a little weird watching it. And then it weirded me out because I felt like because he got that Oscar posthumously for sure. And it felt Like, part of me is like, I don't know if he got that just because he passed away.
I always hate that conundrum of did they give the award because
Right.
or
Like Denzel Washington, the year he won Best Actor award for Training Day, I think it was. I think he beat out Leo DiCaprio or somebody else who probably deserved it more. But he got beat out the year before when he shouldn't have for I think it was Hurricane. And there was so much outrage. And then the next year was like, here you go, Denzel.
it's like the makeup penalty in hockey.
I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna lie. Seriously though, if you're a referee and you fuck up, you owe the other. Like technically, you don't.
You don't.
You should still, but fuck it. Like I'm sorry, I'm old school.
Well, we don't want to get into a whole thing about this, but I really haven't had a chance to talk to you about that goal or no goal the other night in Calgary.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed it. I was long asleep by that point. I
didn't see it?
No.
No. The thing is, the puck was going to go in anyways.
Okay, let's find it.
He was digging his blade in to try and slow down. I didn't see his foot move, make a kicking motion, which is the way I've understood the rule. And he was being forced into the net by the opposing player. So I mean, Calgary.
And it was a Calgary Flames disallowed goal.
Yes.
All right.
Late in the third.
All right. So give me a second here. Get through the ads. I'll mute that for you for half a second. And then I will share my screen and we will look at it together. That was a long ad. So I'll just do the share now. But yeah, no, I missed it at that point, honestly. I got to be up by 3 a.m. So I'm usually gone quite by then. I mean, I'm out, like, gone.
No doubt.
Asleep. Here we go. Blake Coleman has goal waved off. All right, let's check
That's
that
the
out.
one, yeah.
So here it is.
Could not get it past Hannafin, and Backlund's going to charge back in. Backlund, shot, score!
Okay, so I don't.
Yeah, the replay's a lot better.
Yep.
He's on Darnell Nurse. Watch this. He likes to go inside between the stick and the skates of the defender. And there's Coleman.
That looked like a kicking motion on the first look for me. That looked not as much. The first time, though, it looked like he was kicking it in, though.
Yeah, the one angle, it almost looks like he's more trying to not ram into the net, so digging his skate in.
Yeah.
Right here. Here we go.
That looked like another kicking motion to me. I would have waved this off.
It's going in anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's going in anyway or not. If he kicks it in, right there. I mean, he's definitely directing that puck, and I don't blame him. I get it in a split second, like you do what you have, but yeah. I'm gonna say that's no goal. I think that's a good call.
Oh, there you go.
That's just. You saw I gave you my picks. I took Calgary. So yeah. Looked like a bit of a kick, but maybe more of a. That's what I'm saying. It's more directional than a kick, but the puck was going in on its own anyway. Yeah, but that's irrelevant. Like whether it was going in or not, it's not the point of the call. The call is, did he have a distinct kicking motion or directing it into a different way motion? And it looked like he definitely, to me at least, was directing that goal.
I don't see it.
To call it a goal. At worst, the series is 3-2. It doesn't. Yeah, and I totally get that, Greg, but I picked them. Calgary is who I picked to win the fucking Stanley Cup this year. My bracket is totally busted. I went from doing not too bad in that pool to probably
Calgary getting knocked out made it a 5-horse race.
Not me, eh?
In our pool, no, not you.
You son of a bitch. Are you in it?
I'm in it still. It depends on tonight.
Who's tonight again?
Carolina, New York.
Oh, Game 7 tonight.
No, Game 6.
Game 6. Okay. Carolina's up.
Yeah.
Well, Carolina's got this. All right. Maybe we should do the news that we've been talking about for. No, we did. We talked about people passing away. You know what? And we've been having a lot of fun. And one thing that's a lot of fun for you and I. Oh, sorry. I got a couple of comments here. I really don't have any horse in this race anymore, but would have liked to have seen more of the Calgary Edmonton series. Me too. I this is what I'm sick of. And this is not a fault of the NHL. This is just how it ends up in the season, it seems, every year. Either Edmonton and Calgary play in the first round or they play in the second round. I would love to see them in a conference fucking final one year.
That was the first Battle of Edmonton in 30 years.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well,
Yeah.
and I don't just mean them. I mean anytime any
Canadian
teams play,
Canadian teams,
they never play. It's rare. 91, right? That would have been Montreal and
Toronto,
right? Played
93. 93 could have been
Right. When
it was Toronto and LA, and LA ended up going
and
lost to Montreal.
Yeah. So
and then they should have went in 2002 as well and played Detroit, and they lost to Carolina.
Hey guys, enjoy the con next week. I don't know who this is, Facebook user. Please put your name on it. You must be commenting from the Facebook RatG TV group. Go give us a like if you like. But if you are commenting on that group, from that group, we can't see your comment, like your name or anything. So just put your name with it, please.
You know what? I'm gonna have to be that guy, and because I am that guy right here, I'm gonna have to put my tinfoil hat on, and I'm gonna have to say I think Gary Buttman wanted Gary Buttman wanted the Nathan McKinnon Connor McDavid dream matchup, and I think that may have played a decision in the no goal. Just
wow, I don't know.
Tinfoil hat off.
No, and I get it, but my initial reaction watching that was, it seemed. I would have called it that way. But I'm not a fucking NHL. I never played. Like, I played ball hockey for like a season and a half, and other than that, we played in the parking lots all the time. So, speaking of stuff that makes us happy, I talk about this all the time. It was our dream, our not even our dream, but our surprise horse from our past March Madness, March Geekness tournament. Night Court, my all-time favorite show. Steve's, it's right up there with top 2, top 3 favorite shows of all time. Listen, we mentioned that it was coming back. We showed you the first picture that they released a little while, like maybe months ago, of this one right here of John Larroquette and Melissa Rauch for the revival of the Night Court series coming to NBC and Peacock, I believe, right?
Yes.
Which is great. Melissa Rauch playing Harry Anderson's daughter, so she'll be Harry Stone. Please, NBC, say that her mom was Christine. Like, please say it was Christine was the mom. As we see here, though, they released some new photos. The first photo, Dan, clean shaven, but the ones they just released now, Dan's got a bit of a beard. And then we got this newest one that you posted on our page that was just released with the new cast. There you go. There's the cast. Full beard now for Dan. Now, here's what I don't get. On our page, and this set me off. This really, really set me off.
Get comfortable, people.
People saw this photo and said, okay, here we go. More woke agenda. Well, we've got a black bailiff. Wait, what color was Roz?
I believe she was black.
Oh, right. Okay. We got a dude as a district attorney. Well, I'm assuming that's a district attorney.
Could be court clerk.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that could be. He could be Christine's role. We don't know. But and then we've got female judge, so that's a little bit different, but it is Harry's daughter. Then another female lawyer, it looks like, and John Larroquette. I see 3 white people, maybe the one girl's Latino. I'm not too sure. But to me, it seems basically the fucking same. And Night Court, Steve and I have said this from day one on this show, is the original woke show. Shows have been woke since the fucking 70s. Yeah, this is a show that was from the 80s. Like
George Jefferson.
Archie Bunker was woke. Archie Bunker was woke. I don't get Archie Bunker himself was not woke. The show itself was woke. Remember, that's where the Jeffersons came from, was from fucking Archie Bunker.
Your neighbor.
The fucking they dealt with rape on that show. Let's talk about Different Strokes. Yeah. Black youth being fucking adopted by a white fucking dude. That was a little creepy though. Looking back on it, I'm not gonna lie. Some white dude doesn't have a wife or anything, adopts a couple black. I get it. I go back and watch it.
And from that, we got the Back to Life spinoff.
He knew the dad, so I get it. But I'm just saying, without context, context is a little messed up. But shows have always been woke. I have a feeling, and I've said this multiple times on this show, if Alien was to come out today, the exact same, not changing anything, maybe just updating the special effects so it looked modern, people would complain that it was woke because it's forcing this female lead of Ripley down our throat. Same with Terminator. Same with fucking Xena. If Xena or Buffy came out today, the broflakes in the world would be fucking crying, saying, oh my God, look at this woke agenda sending shit down our throat. The same fuckers that complain about cancel culture are the same ones that are trying to cancel shit like this. I'm just saying. Take a look in the motherfucking mirror, broflakes. I'm good. Steve was like, this was coming. Is it going to air Thursday nights at 9:30? It really should. I hope so. I think he's Mac, the new Mac. Oh, he could be.
That's what I was thinking, maybe, yeah.
Different Strokes. Weren't Arnold and Willis the sons of Mr. Drummond's late housekeeper or something? Was it the housekeeper? Yeah, he was familiar with the family, though, for sure. So that's my whole thing. I'm giving this a shot. This is my all-time favorite show, so I have got so much on this, like I have too many stakes in this game, but yeah, I'm giving it a shot, so you guys should too. If you say you're a Night Court fan, you shouldn't think that looks woke. You should think that looks on par for what the show was. Yeah. They introduced a transgender former dude that becomes a woman that was Dan's best friend, and Dan had to come to terms with it. By the end, the transgender woman punches Dan out, and by the end of the episode, the two of them have reconciled. And Dan says, it's going to take time for me to get used to this, just like it really would. And they both come together. Like, so many good messages. Roz, a black bailiff. I mean, Christine, the first female judge. We seen them take down guys like Andrew Dice Clay with the potty man. And it wasn't even, I mean, don't be coming at it saying it's woke. That's all I'm saying. Coming at my show. Me too, Greg. We need to see a trailer for this soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. But hey, dude looks like a lady. That's the worst segue ever.
Yeah,
look at these rag dolls.
You're kind of a rag doll in there. I was just about to say, yeah. Steven Tyler, he didn't fall off the stage again. But he did hurt himself. He was in having foot surgery. Got prescribed some painkillers, which we know he's had trouble with in the past. Fell off the stage in 2009 at Sturgis Bike Week. And that's when he fell off the wagon again, had a stint in rehab then. And he's back in rehab. Seems to be, he can't have one without going full head steam into it. So, I mean, these guys were the toxic twins is what they were referred to. Him and Joe Perry in the 80s were the toxic twins. And it ended up dissolving the group for a few years. And when they got back together, they both got clean. And I remember when they won for Don't Want to Miss a Thing from the Armageddon soundtrack.
Right.
Steven Tyler got up on stage and said, "We won a Grammy back in 1994, and I still got a half a Grammy left, so I'm doing okay." But back in rehab, so at least he's trying to get straight, and all the best to Steven Tyler. They have had to cancel some of their shows, including some of their Vegas residency gigs. So,
You think his favorite?
Retire. You know what? They were planning on going out. It was their 50th anniversary tour, and then COVID happened. So, I think they're still trying to honor commitments. To be honest.
Well, I mean, him and Joe Perry together though.
Yeah, they're all still there. All 5 originals.
I thought they hated each other.
I mean, probably.
Huh.
I know I've seen the Guess Who a couple times in the last 20 years, and I've heard stuff that Daltrey and Townsend, they don't even want their dressing rooms like near each other.
Well, it's only because Townsend can't hear a thing, so he's always screaming. Always screaming. Do you think when they go to the hotels, they order valets and stuff? Or they just fucking no. Again, just reaching for a segue here. Listen, have you seen the new movie, The Valet?
We watched it last night.
Dude, what'd you think?
I loved it.
I fucking love this movie so much. We know what type of guy I am for movies like this. If it's like family almost oriented, but a little edgy, but still, happy endings and stuff like that. That's what this movie was, top to bottom. A lot of fun acting. I wouldn't say the best acting in the world, but this was really, really fun. His mama and her boyfriend, her Korean boyfriend. I mean, oh, dude, did you cry?
No.
I did, right? I did, right?
I'm trying to think of what part.
Mama.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, as soon as that happened, like, I'm trying not to give spoilers, but I mean, right away, I'm just like, oh no. Tears are rolling down my eye. I'm like, oh.
We talked about this before the show, and I've seen this guy, and he was in the Overboard remake, which I was reluctant to watch because I still love the original Overboard.
Same.
And really funny in that. He was in Jack and Jill. He was on the short-lived Rob sitcom. Really, really funny guy.
Eugenio Derbez.
And Samara Weaving there. If you're a horror fan, you've definitely seen her in Ready or Not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't like I know I've heard.
She was in The Babysitter. Bill and Ted
Ready or Not, that's where
Bill and Ted Face the Music. She was one of the daughters.
Right. So she did Ready or Not. That was her big thing, her big breakout role.
Yeah.
And
Snake
Bill and Ted.
Eyes. She was in the Snake Eyes movie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So she's an action-oriented girl.
Three Billboards. She was in 3 Billboards.
Oh, Outside Ebbing.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie.
Frances McDormand doesn't do bad movies, though. She picks really good stuff. But Valet, I mean, this movie had it all for me.
Yeah.
I would give this movie literally knee-jerk reaction. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. Like
Yeah.
it was that fun and that like it got me.
Yeah.
Mama. Okay, you know what? And you know what would have got it a 9, and
I know what you're gonna say.
if the ending was different.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that got me. I'm like,
So
what? And I saw it coming. I saw it.
spoilers. Do you think him and the bike shop girl got together?
Yeah, and they shouldn't have. It should have been him and Sorcy or whatever her name is.
Samara.
Her too.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, and I don't know why I didn't, because they did kind of foreshadow it.
They kept foreshadowing it the whole time. And I kept saying every time they would foreshadow, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, the only reason this character's in this movie is just this part. That's the only time we see her the entire movie is just when she's flirting with him and he doesn't pick up on it. She has no other fucking reason in that movie.
Like 25 minutes into the movie, that's why I turned and said to Amber, I'm like, how does this end? I'm like, does he end up with her? Does she end up with him? And I was trying to figure out the whole.
Oh, I was so mad. Like, literally, I'm telling you, Disney, I give that movie a 9 if that's different. Yeah. And it's who. Oh, hey, you know what? Let's add this chick that has nothing to do with the movie at all. And don't give me
they kind of built that
to pay for something else for her or to help her out with the problem she had.
They built it as such an unrealistic relationship that I guess I don't know.
There was no emotional attachment at all though to that character.
Yeah.
There was no build up to that character.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have her in the background the entire fucking movie and have us secretly rooting for her to be the one. Don't have us rooting for the other girl the entire time. Oh my God, these two love each other. They're fucking perfect together. They're best friends. Oh, by the way, he's piecing out with the bicycle shop girl we talked to twice. He said spoilers. He already said spoilers, so I don't care. It's blame him. I'm so used to doing this.
Whoops.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa. 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 Don't need to go all Depeche Mode on me. I am sorry. Hey, man. Don't go all Leo on me. No?
No.
Or Leo. Oh, that's the wrong Leo, too.
Wait, what, man?
What? Jeez, man.
Yeah, that was very stoner-esque of both of us there, pulling the wrong Leo making his return to that 90s show. I mean, I think this was a no-brainer considering we already heard the entire rest of the cast is coming back, minus Danny Masterson.
Right. So what was Danny Masterson's charges? Again,
I actually do have them here. Yeah, he has a few lawsuits pending. He was charged by multiple women with sexual assault and accused of using the Church of Scientology to threaten people to keep quiet about the
sexual assault.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that guy then. I was going to say if it was a little bit, like, not even a little bit. I wasn't sure what the actual assault was. So, but
yeah, no, I wasn't sure either, which is why I made sure I looked it up.
Yeah,
we don't want to speculate.
Yeah,
I mean we do,
but that's the one thing well, I mean, there's a lot of things, but I'm sorry, that's one line we don't care. I'm sorry, fuck you. At that point, you're out of luck, you know. Yo, you're a fan of Karate Kid?
I am.
You know our boy Sholo, who's the lead actor on that movie. Sholo, I can never pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But Sholo, we found out, is going to be playing Jaime Reyes in the upcoming Blue Beetle movie for HBO Max, which was going to be originally released directly on HBO Max, but now it's going to theaters. And we got our first look at Jaime Reyes in his outfit. And, dude, I mean, for a guy who reads comic books, that is fucking dead on. And let me say, for the first time in my life, DC did it better than Marvel. I am so happy they didn't go CG there and they went with a practical costume because it looks dead on like the comic books, and it's an actual physical costume and not just dots there, you know. Right. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry. Marvel, the first Iron Man movie, the first two Iron Man movies before he started putting the dots on his face when he was actually in an Iron Man suit, that was pretty dope. But this, oh my God, looks so good. And this is And for my Latino friends out there, this is I think they said 93% of the cast and crew are all Latino on there. So thumbs up to you. Jason Sudeikis said that he is definitely not in this movie playing Ted Cord. I still think he's playing Booster Gold if he's in it. I think he's just trying to do the shell game. I'm not in this movie as Ted Cord.
Totally unrelated, but we were watching an episode of King of Queens last night, and you know who I saw in it?
Kevin James.
Jason Tobin.
Get the fuck out of here.
He was a kid.
Dude. Oh. Speaking of Jason Tobin, you know we had Jason Tobin on the show, right? On our Hop This Way show. We got Perry fucking Young and Chen Tang coming on the show. Perry Young, who plays Father June, and Chen Tang, who plays Hong. You know who Hong is? The guy with the... Yeah. He was in Mulan. Fucking... And Perry Young was in Boogie. He was in John Wick as the doctor says, shoot me here and shoot... Say it. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. That's coming up this Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So check us out. Be right here on most of these channels, except for probably Puff Puff. Anyways, that's it. That's my YOLO story. My YOLO.
Sholo.
XOLO.
That's you butchered that. It's almost a crime.
Like what kind of crime?
Like a crime from the future.
What?
Crimes.
Really Cronenberg of you.
Yeah, very Cronenberg of me. Cronenberg's latest feat, Crimes of the Future, debuted at Cannes Film Festival, starring Kirsten Stewart, Viggo Mortensen. He called it. He said last week, leading up to the festival, that he felt that people were probably going to walk out of this movie early, and they did in droves. One guy said he felt ill. People had some very, very mixed emotional reactions to the first 20 minutes of this movie. But it got a great standing ovation at the end. And people that stayed to the end said they absolutely loved it. So,
and I ask you this every time because I always mix the two up. It's Cronenberg that did The Fly, right?
Right.
The designs.
Yeah, he's a Canadian.
Steiger that did Aliens.
Yes. Geiger. HR Geiger, yeah.
Geiger, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Cronenberg, Canadian. I mean, he got what he wanted.
Yeah. He's different. Yeah, I've said it time and time again. Cronenberg is ahead of his time.
Where's he, Toronto?
He's from Toronto area, yeah. He's one of those guys, either you get him or you don't, I think. And I'm a big fan. I saw the Cronenberg exhibit in Toronto, which was super cool. They had one of the original fly transporters there.
What was the name of Jeff, like the fly? What was
Brundle. Dr. Brundle. Brundle fly. Yeah, very cool. I can't wait to see this movie.
Yeah.
Despite Kirsten Stewart being in it.
I can. Even that's just extra motivation not to watch it. I'm kidding, Kirsten. I think you're a fabulous actress.
Show.
You know what though? Of course, yeah, on the show. I'm just thinking of her career. Because what was the first movie I saw her in was Panic Room. And she was great.
With Jodie Foster, yeah.
She was Jodie Foster's daughter.
Yep.
Is she the one who shoots Jared Leto in the fucking head? Or is that Forrest Whitaker?
That is exactly.
Somebody shoots him in the head. I just remember that being like the oh my god. Like like that was
speaking of oh my god moments. I know you don't watch it, and I won't say anything to anybody that does watch it. That mid-season finale of Better Call Saul. Oh my god. Like holy fuck.
There's a Better Call Saul cartoon.
There is, yeah. It's weird too. I did check it out. It's weird.
Wow.
It's weird.
Way to go, Flexter. Yeah. Huh. Well, hey, I mean, Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sometimes it's at the bottom, and sometimes you got your Top Gun in there.
You know what? You talked about this movie have everyone, half the crowd leaving, and then the other half giving it a 7-minute standing ovation.
Yep.
Well, Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick premiered at Cannes as well and got a 5-minute standing ovation as well. Tom Cruise also getting the Palme d'Or award. I'm not really sure what that is, but
yeah, that's the one you want.
Yeah, that's the Heart Award. That's the Palme d'Or.
Yeah.
The pump. I don't know.
That's the big award for that festival.
So he got that though. He made his appearance via helicopter being dropped off as well. You know what? I don't even give a fuck anymore. You know what? Tom Cruise, live your best fucking life. I am living vicariously through you. Guy's putting out great movies now. He's putting out fun movies. I don't know what the fuck the Scientology shit is. As long as but he never talks about it.
No, he doesn't.
Promotes it. So you know what? I've always said with religion, be religious, do whatever makes you happy and fills your heart with love. Just make it like your penis or anything else. Don't be waving it out in public. You know, don't always need to see it. And he don't do that. He just shows us his bigger dick when it comes to acting. And he's knocking it out of the park lately. I have no shame saying that. Since The Last Samurai, he has become one of my favorite actors to watch. Like, I can't think of a movie I haven't liked that he's released since that movie. Wow.
The Mummy.
No, I kind of liked it. I'm not gonna lie. It was bad. It was a movie where I'm like, okay, if this is the starting of their dark universe, I get it. I can allow this one to go. I didn't think he was. I thought it was Mission Impossible mixed with The Mummy. You know, they just misstepped with it. But I would have, if I was them, I would have kept it going. Honestly, Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Then they were going to add the Invisible Man, which I think was supposed to be Ryan Gosling. We're going to get a Mummy movie, a Wolfman movie. Yeah, I was down. The creature from the Black Lagoon. Palme d'Or, the top award at Cannes, a golden palm leaf. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Greg. What do you think of Judge Stone's office? The same picture of Jane Harlow or Mel Torme? Obviously, there will be one of Harry. Ooh, I hope there's a Mel Torme. I hope it's the same Mel Torme picture. I hope that Armadillo's there. And then, yeah, I hope there's a picture of Harry right on the fucking desk. There better be a picture of Harry on the desk. Now, one question people are asking a lot, and I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's good. It has to happen. The only there's two main cast members that are still alive.
Richard Mole.
Porterfield and Richard Mole. We have to have Roz and Bull make an appearance, and I think they're gonna. There's no way they don't.
Right.
And then bring us Brent Spiner and whoever played his wife, if she's still alive.
Yeah.
But we know Brett Spiner's alive and doing well. He's in every single iteration.
I mean, if someone can find Yakov Smirnoff, I don't know what rock he's under, but
oh my god. Okay, I'm Googling this shit right now. He's still alive. I can't believe I didn't think a lot. 71 years old. Yakov.
Good for him.
Bring Yakov back for us as well. And of course, we lost Gilbert Godfrey though.
Yeah.
But this court stenographer. But yeah. I'm down. Like seriously, I love that show so much. What about Leon? Oh, so Bumper Robinson, I believe his name is. Bumper is a character voice actor. He's one of the main voice actors for the Marvel animated universe. So, yeah, I think he did Falcon for the longest time on Avengers Assemble. This is why I don't get laid anymore. Is Art still alive too? I don't know if Art's still
He is. He is.
don't know
I
Art
looked that one
alive.
up. He is.
Is he?
Yeah. He was younger than I thought.
Really? So what's
Yeah.
Art's real name? That's one thing I've never known.
Yeah. I remember looking it up when this whole thing came about because I was trying to figure out who is still alive.
Do you know his real name? What's his real name?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up right now.
Okay. I can't believe we just got off on a huge tangent on this.
Mike Finneran.
Mike Finneran.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. But no. Right on. How old is he?
He is. Where is his? Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's not him. There's an Olympic athlete named. There's an Olympic athlete as well named Mike Finneran.
Wait a second. He's been dead for 20 years now.
No, it is him. But there's another Mike Finneran who's an Olympic athlete. He was born in 45.
Okay. Mike Finneran.
So if you do math, we went to Eastville, so I can't count past potato.
We not only did we go to Eastville, we also went to Plymouth. I mean, that was the original place not to learn math.
Right.
Yeah, this is true. I blame Mrs. MacGyver.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
77. Fair. Thank you, sir. Ray Bork. Anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. We just got off on a tangent as if we were hosting the Golden Globes or some shit.
Yeah, probably not going to be asked back anytime soon. Been a lot of talk about stand-up comedians and Netflix.
If you take it for a second.
No problem. A lot of talk about comedians lately, and what they can and can't say. It's beginning to be a lot. And, we see Dave Chappelle being attacked on stage. Ricky Gervais, he is known to never pull punches, and he did not in this latest special on Netflix, Supernature. Funny bit. I watched the entire thing. I am a Ricky Gervais fan. I'm a fan of that style of comedy. I'm a big supporter of nothing is off limits when it comes to comedy, as long as it's done in a certain way. Ricky walks that line. That's why we love him. And he did have some things to say about the trans community, basically saying that, if you want to be equal and you want to be, accepted by society, then you need to allow comedians to make jokes sometimes, because it's what it is. It's humor. And no one's off limits when it comes to comedy. And
yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, especially nowadays, though. I mean, this is the hard thing. What it is with you and I getting older, and anyone getting older, is the line always changes, right?
Right.
And it's not like the line's just been changing.
And Ricky's a few years older than us, so
exactly. And I could at least see this coming, that there was going to be some kind of blowback with Gervais, because Gervais has always been an in-your-face comic. Like, and that's nothing new. He's always been that way. It's just that usually, like back in the day, the left side, the left-leaning people were more agreeing upon the way that he would speak, and now that's kind of gone away. So it just, I don't know, man. It's not surprising, but it's a little surprising. But
yeah,
I haven't seen it yet, but I think I will.
And like you said, no surprise, because in his last stand-up special, he did an entire bit where he talked about hosting the Golden Globes, and where he did a joke where he dead named Caitlyn Jenner, and he didn't even know that was a thing. And then he goes into a story that took place years prior to him becoming. Or to her becoming a woman, and continues to use the name Bruce Jenner because it's in past tense. He's like, this isn't me saying this now. This is me saying this then.
Right. So
much like a bit he does in this special, where he does a story between God and the AIDS virus. And he continually stops to say, no, because oohs and ahs. And he's like, no, this is God saying this, not me. This is God.
Oh, Ricky. I mean, yeah. Sometimes I think he's just like, fuck it. Let's see what I could say. I think he's trying to get himself canceled, though. Like the Golden Globes, he was like, he tried to piss off every.
He said multiple times he didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yes. And here's the thing. Here's what I don't. Not that I don't. I loved exactly everything he said. What I don't like about it was how the right wing people clamped onto that and was like, he's one of us. He's one of us. Like, no.
He is not one of
He is not. He hates you more than he hates those people that he was making fun of right now.
Yeah.
If you think he has, you're not paying attention. He's just calling it down the middle, which is what we love about Ricky Gervais. He's left, but he will call out the left. That's why I like Bill Maher, because Bill Maher is left, but he calls out the left too. So I don't know. Pay attention to the people you're rooting for, because they might not actually be rooting for the shit you think. That's all I'm saying.
This is true.
That's all I'm saying. That was a long fucking bit on Ricky Gervais, though, right?
Yeah. Facebook user just dropped her banana.
Whoa. I mean, we're not.
And that is not a euphemism.
Is that like dropping it like you're hot? Drop it like it's. JJ's back in the news, eh? JJ Abrams after Star Wars.
Man, I was really hoping it was gonna be Jar Jar.
Yeah, well, hey, someone called him Jar Jar Abrams. JJ though is rebooting. Well, not even rebooting. He's taking his own stab at the Speed Racer franchise, bringing that to Apple Plus or Apple TV. Of course, we remember the previous outing here of Speed Racer that just didn't get off the ground with fans. Did you watch the original? Did you watch the cartoon?
I'm sure I did, but I wasn't an avid watcher.
Yeah, because I think it was off the. I think not that so much it was off the air before our time, but I think it was the kids just before us. Like the kids when we were kids, the kids that were teenagers, that was a show they watched. You know, that and Johnny Quest and shit like that. And we'd see those in. Well, yeah, you're old too, though.
Fuck you.
But you would have been the teenager we're talking about. I can say that. I can say that I'm in a different city.
Yeah, you have a way bigger buffer now. You're not 5 blocks away.
Exactly. Love you, Facebook user.
And she doesn't know where.
Yeah, I'm still afraid. I'm still afraid. So what, did you see at least the reboot, the movie that came out?
No.
I did. It was, but I was never a big fan of the TV show either, the cartoon. Right. I was, if any of those shows from back in that day, it would have been, the Hanna-Barbera stuff. Like I said, the Johnny Quest.
Yeah. Bear, that was good shit.
Yeah, Yogi Bear, all that fun stuff. Anyways, yeah, that was my story. See how quick we went with that one? That's what I do. I was like, oh, it's like a Tenacious D song. Just like, get in it and get out.
Like, I can't name one. I don't know any songs. I do know. I just don't know my name.
I never got into Tenacious D. I was just trying to get us a segue.
I know. And I was trying to really trying to remember a song, but I got nothing.
Did you say Jock Black?
No, Jack Black.
Oh, because there's a porn star named Jock Black.
Facebook user has the next story.
All right, go ahead, Facebook user.
Is it about D-Train? I don't know.
No, it is not about D-Train. MTV Movie TV Awards are giving Jack Black the Comedic Genius Award 2022. This special will air June 5th, 8 p.m. Past recipients of this award include Sacha Baron Cohen, Melissa McCarthy, Kevin Hart, and your favorite, Will Ferrell.
Give me this list again.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Wait. Before you give me the list, let's do it slowly so I can give you my thoughts on each.
All right. So, yeah, we'll start with Jack Black then.
All right. I like him in his serious roles more than his comedic roles. I loved him in The Jackal.
So check out D-Train then if you want to see him in a serious role.
Yeah, did not like School of Rock. Did not like School of Rock. Did not, but I did like the Jumanji movie. I love Tropic Thunder. So, I give him a 50-50. Right.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
No. Don't like Ali G. Don't like Borat. Don't like. Not my thing. Nothing wrong with them. Just not my thing.
They definitely need to rename this award the Sacha Baron Cohen Award. Next, Melissa McCarthy.
I like Melissa McCarthy. Oh, you do too? Yeah, me too, man. I like her a lot.
I love me some Melissa McCarthy. Yeah, she gets me.
Yeah, and I get her.
Kevin Hart.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his stand-up.
I'm a fan of his very first stand-up, and that's it. The one where he's talking about beating the shit out of his kids.
That's fair. That's fair.
And not because he's joking about it. I think
it's a lifetime award, Greg. Yeah, it's a lifetime award. So congratulations to Jack.
All right, Kevin Hart was the last one on that list.
Oh yeah, Will Ferrell. I was trying to forget him. I didn't want you to rip you. I didn't want you to rip him apart too bad.
Sorry, Will. I'm sure you're really nice. You seem really nice. And you're a Cubs fan like me. But, yeah.
Danny John's a great Harry Carey.
He does a decent Harry Carey. I did like him in Old School, though. Love him in Old School. And I like the Lego movie the first time I watched it.
Was it the only time you watched it?
No, I watched it twice.
Okay.
That was it, though. We're going streaking. Like, that's my favorite thing from him. All right. Well, speaking of, I don't know. Searching. I'm searching for a segue here. It's almost like someone's searching for a holy grail or going through a temple of doom. First picture released of Harrison Ford back in the fedora. Looks like he's got the whip on his side there too. That's right, Indiana Jones. First look at Indiana Jones 5. I mean, so recently Disney came out and said that no one will ever play Indiana Jones again. I'm calling bullshit. It's Disney. Not even Disney. Any movie studio that had the rights to Indiana Jones would not say, "Oh, you know what? The lead actor's dead. Let's not make any more millions and millions of dollars off of this name and franchise that we could exploit forever." I don't know. I think they keep going. What do you think? Do you think Harrison Ford is the end? Like, I'm not asking you if you think he should be.
So
do you agree with what they say? Do you think they're telling the truth?
Bert's going to sue me soon because I keep using this secret time. I only saw the first two.
Okay, no, I get that, but do you think that they're being honest when they say no one else will play it aside from
nothing ever, anywhere, always, all at the same time, whatever that movie's called is off the table. I mean, Kiss retired how many times?
That's what I'm saying. I don't buy it at all.
Jesus.
Sorry, I muted myself so I could eat some chips. But I don't buy it at all. No. Like, just like Kiss saying they're retiring, AC/DC saying they're retiring. No.
I saw the Kiss final tour 3 times.
Right. Like Gilmore and Waters will never, ever play again.
Right.
For a 4th or 5th time.
The Guns N' Roses, they called it the Never in This Lifetime tour because that was a famous quote. I'll play with Slash again, lifetime.
I thought it was me saying I would never go pay to see them again.
Or the Eagles, the Hell Froze Over tour. Same thing.
That's what started it. That was the shit that started it. Like, fuck you, Glenn Fry. You know that was Glenn, though.
And that was 1994.
Begging Don, like, come on, Don, my solo album's not doing as good as yours.
It was either 93 or 94. I remember because it was the same summer that I went to go see the Gilmore Pink Floyd show at the CNE.
I think.
Yeah, so CNE and those tickets, I think I paid $35 for that Floyd show. The Eagles tickets that same summer at the same venue, $100.
Yeah. That Floyd concert, yeah, I complain about it every time. I was doing a play, and that was the night. They added a third show.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even go to that show because it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm like, fuck. I've been doing this fucking, I'm one of the leads in this play and been rehearsing the entire year. And yeah. That's why you don't do theater. If you're a football fan, don't do theater because a lot of times it's right during the playoffs that your show airs. Anyways, neither here nor there. We're all over the place in this. We talked about Sholo. We talked about Top Gun. We talked about NBA. You know, and I just like, oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
If you like you some poo.
Woo! Who doesn't like poo?
As I do my best Tigger.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, let's just talk about this.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
How is this not Blumhouse?
It's not Blumhouse, but this looks amazing. Pooh and Piglet go on a rampage. As you see Piglet there. Director Ray's Waterfield. You know him from movies as Firenado and The Demonic Christmas Tree.
Oh, yeah, of course. The Demonic Christmas Tree is one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies to watch. I mean,
it's probably going to become one of mine because I'm looking this up after the show.
Right up there with Spaghetti Man.
Oh, yeah. I still tell people about Spaghetti Man to this day.
Me too.
I think I was talking about it about 2 weeks ago, to be honest.
I'm so sorry to whoever you suggested that to. Because I guarantee you suggested it to someone, you just didn't mention it. So tell us about Piglet and Pooh here.
Yeah, apparently Pooh and Piglet are pissed off at something and going on a rampage. This movie was shot in 20 days.
Of course it was.
Somewhere in the UK.
It was written in 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
We saw, and I shared on the page that the creators of this movie, they're leaking everything because they want more people to go see it. It's generating a buzz, which it is. They said at one point in the movie, this is the creators of it telling everyone, they spoiled it, not us, at least first, that Pooh and Piglet cannibalize Eeyore. You thought that jackass was miserable before. Poor Eeyore. That mule just came.
So the most terrible thing about Tigger's now is that he's the only one.
I can't wait to see Tigger because Tigger's going to probably kill them both. Like really, at the end, it's going to be.
He'll be the hero.
It'll be like a real tiger, because it looks like Pooh and Piglet are just dudes wearing masks, right?
Right.
Like it looks like it's just someone that, oh, let's put on this bear mask and you put on the pig mask and I'll be Winnie the Pooh and your name could be Piglet. And there'll be a tiger at the end that'll fucking eat these motherfuckers. I hope. I really, really hope. But yeah, so when's this come out?
No release date yet, but I really hope October Coast is covering this one because I really want to get the screener on this one.
Damn. Yeah, I figured this one would be right up your alley for sure. Oh, yeah.
I love me some cheese.
Well, speaking of trailers and teasers and stuff, man, Star Wars and Disney just dropped a whole bunch of shit this week. One of the trailers we got this week was, I mean, for a classic Disney movie, and that was Willow. We got our first look. This was announced a long time ago that a Willow series would be coming to Disney Plus, and we got our first look at Warwick Davis and the cast. Warwick looking a little withered, but I mean, looking pretty damn good still for his age, right? He's got to be getting.
Yeah,
up.
I mean, he looks better than Dionne Warwick.
She's dead, isn't she?
I don't know.
Well, let's call our psychic friends and find out. You know, Dionne Warwick is Whitney Houston's aunt, right?
Yeah.
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 It's gonna make a bad joke. Whoa, jumped ahead there. You never really watched Willow, though, eh?
I probably saw it in the 80s and never again.
Yeah, I saw it. I liked it, but yeah. Oh, poo, just eat the thighs. I was having a bad day anyways, Kurt
Jr.
Oh, bother. Okay, just keep eating. I hope it's that. I really, really do hope it's that.
Meat.
Yeah, sorry, and I maybe I was smoking too much because I got a little ahead of the game there with our buddy Smokey.
Yeah, speaking of smoking, Smokey liked to smoke, and that was the last kind of dispute that him and Ice Cube were having over the next Friday movie. Chris Tucker said that he was willing to appear in it, but he didn't want to smoke because he doesn't smoke anymore. So he didn't want to be doing that on screen. He didn't want to portray that image anymore. After we had heard previous that it was.
Sorry, you're just saying that Warwick.
Yeah, no, I was reading it myself. Yeah,
he's only 3 years. Well, why do I keep thinking we're 50? I keep saying 53. He's only 3 years older than us. He's 6 years older than, a little over 6 years older than us. But yeah,
Chris apparently didn't get paid a lot for the first one. I think it was 5 figures, low 5 figures. Second one, or the next one that he wasn't in, it talks about, like I said, not wanting to portray the character. And now rapper DC Youngfly was on Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast. If
I like Shay Shay, yeah.
If you're not familiar with Shannon Sharp, great funny guy, former Denver Bronco.
And he's a great commentary guy.
DC Youngfly said that he was hanging out with Chris, and he said, "I apologize for telling this story." So it makes me kind of smell bullshit already. Some young rapper I've never heard of. Not to say he's not famous, but saying that Chris said that he would do another Friday movie, but only if they cast him as his son.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Chris really going to bat for you like this?
Not only that, do we really need another one?
Because how about Saturday? Let's get to Saturday already.
It feels like it's Saturday already. Because they've done fucked up with a lot of these. They've just overdone them. When they started adding, what was it, Mike Epps or whatever,
and Craig's dad is gone.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't need another one.
Craig.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Somebody wants to go out and make it for somebody else. I might watch it. Yeah. But I don't need it. And if other people need it, good for them. But who needs it? Who's asking for it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Do you know who Andrew Schultz is? Speaking of comedians,
Andrew Schultz.
He's a bit of an insult comedian. He's the comedian I told you about that had to cancel shows at Massey Hall in Toronto because of COVID. And then once COVID came around, or once everything started to lax again, and he tried to rebook them, Massey Hall had looked him up and yo, man, you're too controversial. We're not letting you come back. So then he sold out 3 different shows in the matter of an hour in Toronto at smaller venues. Turns out he is going to be in the new White Man Can't Jump movie. I've
seen this guy in something.
The guy on the right, Andrew Schultz?
Yeah.
Listen, if you're watching this live, you will see us play this because I'm going to play this now. I'm going to look for it on YouTube real quick. Schultz he's ruthless, dude. He's absolutely ruthless. He went off on Will Smith after the slap. And this might be where you've seen him from. Let me just get it going here. Sorry. This is exciting.
What's his name again?
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
So here we go. Here it is. And this is the best part is watching the ads, actually, folks. I'm not going to skip them. I'm going to let it play.
After the vicious attacks on Chris Rock last night, we think it's only right here at the Flagrant 2 podcast to defend the comics' honor to tell jokes.
Having some chips. I'll
So here
put it
we
on
go.
mute.
If you didn't see the Oscars, Chris Rock got himself in a hairy situation. He shined a light on female alopecia, while Jada's head shined a light on everything else. Chris was making fun of Jada's baldy, but seriously, how is Will supposed to get turned on if she has a woman's haircut? Now, I'm not saying that he's gay.
Wow.
He likes women, specifically ones that swim for Penn.
Holy shit.
All
Okay.
I'm saying is last night wasn't the first time Will fondled another man to make Jada happy.
Okay.
Hey-o.
That struck Chris Rock was actually a metaphor for his relationship with Jada. Open when he wanted it to be closed. But let's be honest. Last night, Will Smith looked like he was from the streets of Philadelphia, and Jada looked like she was from the movie. Now, after all of that drama, Will Smith still took home an Oscar. I'm talking about the award, not a Mexican guy to fuck his wife while he walks in the corner.
Okay, you got to chill though.
Now, to clarify, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor. People were saying it was for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and no, that's not it. That Oscar goes to the plumber that unclogged Jada's shower drain.
His own people are like, stop, yo,
I am
stop.
tired of people not giving Jada enough credit. Okay, it was actually Jada that helped Will get in character for King
Like,
Richard.
really?
Because when she gives blowjobs, her head looks like a bouncing tennis ball. Give it up to Will, okay? Give it up to Will Smith. He is the only person to be recognized by the Motion Picture Academy and the Citizen app on the same night. And to everyone saying Will was probably under the influence, no, okay? He doesn't drink or do drugs. This is the only time he's ever smoked a rock in his life. Now, don't feel bad for Chris Rock, okay? He was finally part of a hit white people will watch.
Oh, as we lose Zeus, I'm sure we'll get him back any second there, though. Yeah, funny guy. I actually had seen that clip before. Now that you played, I think you sent it to me there. As we're getting them back here.
Whoops. I shut the wrong page there.
Yeah, I had seen that clip before. I think it was you that actually sent it to me. So,
yeah, pretty savage. But he is going to be in the new White Man Can't Jump movie. So, yeah, we will see.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, is that your type of humor?
Again, I when it comes to stand-up comedy, I remember listening to record. Like we're old. I remember listening to comedy records. My friend's dad had a whole bunch of them, and it was stuff I shouldn't have been listening to at that age.
Well, I remember Brad Dole coming having Eddie Murphy Delirious before we saw the movie. Him having the actual cassette of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was like his Uncle Ponch or whatever bringing that stuff over with Guns N' Roses tapes.
Yeah, and from there, as information became more, available, especially with the internet age, I'm a big fan of guys who push the envelope. I love Sam Kinison. I love Lenny Bruce. I love Red Fox.
Yeah, right on.
Richard Pryor, like.
Well, you know what is no joke? Mixing snacks together.
It's not.
Like, snacks can be good, but I mean sometimes.
No, I take my snack mixing very seriously.
I know this because we talked about this before the show. I was surprised how serious you took this.
this is not for me. This has got to be. I'm not. This is not a dig. It's just I've seen some of the stuff you guys come out with. I think this has got to be a U.S. thing.
Maybe.
I don't know for sure, so I apologize if it's not. But I mean, like I'm adventurous to a point. Like I tried the double down. I took I think 2 bites and I couldn't eat it. I couldn't do that. Are you familiar with the double down?
Was that the double chicken?
Yes.
Yeah, I never even tried it because it looked like
already. I think I took 2 bites. I couldn't do it.
Really?
No, I couldn't do it. No,
I've seen you chug a hot sauce bottle.
I know. When it comes to food, a lot of my things that I don't like, it comes to do really. It's really texture. It's texture and how presentation and texture. Like really, it's like I can't. My family ribs me all the time because they all love hot oatmeal or porridge, and I can't. No, I can't.
Yeah,
eat something that looks like vomit. I can't do it. My body won't let me physically do it.
Dude, try being vegan.
No,
there's a lot of meals that look like porridge, and I'm like, oh, all right, because I have no choice.
Pre-vegan, or if this was vegan peanut butter and vegan chocolate, would you try these?
These? Well, Oreos are vegan.
Okay.
Oreos are vegan. It's the cheese part that I can't do. Right. And those crackers, the Ritz crackers, I think have butter in them.
And I believe it's peanut butter. See, if it was cheese, that'd be even weirder.
No, is it peanut butter?
Yeah, at the bottom, filled with cream and peanut butter flavor.
So here's the thing: most peanut butter is vegan. Oh, it's not made with butter; it's a buttered peanut. Which, yeah, I know, but yeah,
it's like milk and an almond. I've tried and I can't do it.
All right. Well, hey, listen, Greg, I have nipples. Could you milk me if you wanted to? Forget about the KFC heart attack between 2 pieces of chicken.
I love chicken. I love me some chicken, man, and I could not.
So that's the. I am not gonna lie. That's the one thing that I still miss. And actually, I'm gonna do it after here because now I've got the urge. I'm gonna order it as soon as I'm done. But I do miss chicken. But I'm gonna order some fake chicken, the chicken nuggets from Pizza, because they're literally better than the real chicken nuggets that I've had in my life. I don't know why they're juicy. I still can't get over that, but hey. Sonia, yes, we know. But how do you feel about food? It's a horrible joke. Sonia, we love you. And I hope you're feeling better, Sonia. Our thoughts go out to you. I know you've been having a rough time as of late. But one of the best cake makers I've seen out there is our friend Sonia. So, and sorry about the meat joke. How about them Sabres, huh? This is why we only have one sponsor. We were offered a second sponsor. Did I tell you that? Here's some behind the scenes baseball. At the last, I was at the 420 con.
Okay.
And somebody offered to be a sponsor for us. And you know me, I'll take on another sponsor. But it was a rival to DocNet.
Well, yes, it's the place just up the street from me.
Is it?
You did mention that to me. Yeah.
And absolutely nice people, great guys. But I'm just like we could do both. I'm like, can I? Would I be able to do Burger King and McDonald's at the same time?
I've never been anywhere where you can get Pepsi.
Love me.
It's fair. Own it.
I made a cake you can smoke. Wait, what? Listen, Sonia, I need to know about the vegan cake soon, though. That's the one I need. Vegan chocolate, though. Yeah. So we went off on a tangent there again, as we do. Can I show you, though? So I told my mom. I told you that I've been hiking lately, right? Have I told you that? I've been hiking a lot and walking around. Put in 6K this morning, which isn't a lot now. Seemed like a lot when I first started doing this, but it's like nothing now. I told my mom this, and she's like, "Well, that's great. Now you just gotta watch what you eat, because you're still really fat." And I thought vegans were skinny. This is why vegans aren't skinny. This is vegan ice cream, peanut butter and jam. So good. I would put this back in the freezer, but now I'm gonna eat it as soon as the show's over. Thank you. That was my story.
Oh, that was your story.
Yeah. Yes, I'll send you a video. Perfect. Love your mom. Oh yes, I love my mom too.
We went off on a sports tangent earlier, and
no spoilers.
No.
Well, we have a lot coming actually.
We do have a lot of spoilers coming.
A lot of spoilers.
This is why I grabbed the spoiler.
I'm happy you did.
Yeah. We went off on sports later, and you know me, I love me some sports. I love me some true stories. I love me some sports documentaries. Catching Hell, great one about Steve Bartman. This one about March 25th, 1997. We referred to it as D-Day in Detroit. For 7 years, 5 of the Cup winners were either Colorado or Detroit, and every year they had to go through each other. Detroit winning 3 of those, Colorado winning 2, the Sabres appearing in one in the middle there where they unfortunately lost to Dallas on the no goal.
No goal.
That was definitely no goal. According to the rule that year, that was no goal.
Exactly. Any other year in the league, I'm calling that a goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
No goal that year.
Unrivaled, the ESPN documentary from E60 coming out during the Stanley Cup playoffs. I watched the trailer for this. Oh my God. I got goosebumps near the middle, and then I teared up near the end.
Let me ask you something. Do you hate Colorado?
I mean, it's hard now being in the East. You kind of it was like when the Leafs left the East, because we used to be Detroit and Toronto used to be the only 2 Eastern time zone teams in the Western Conference.
Right.
We had that real great rivalry with Probert, Clark, and all those great playoff battles. And then they moved, and I just kind of lost that hate for them. So I
always kept it just because they're fans.
This was different though, and it's weird because I've seen things over the years where McCarty and Lemieux actually do appearances together.
Oh, wow!
They've buried the hatchet. Yeah, wow. Yeah. There's a clip of this in the trailer where they're doing an evening with McCarty and Lemieux kind of thing, and weird. I mean, I know Draper's never going to forgive him. Taking the hit that he took. Lemieux was just a piece of shit, and it wasn't the first.
I've met Lemieux. I've met him when I was working at the Hilton.
Yeah.
Dude is fucking jacked. And that was at least 4 or 5 years minimum after he had retired.
Yeah.
But heavy smoker.
No way.
Like cigarettes. Jeff O'Neill too. Same. O-Dog.
Yeah, lots of guys appearing in this documentary. Shanahan, Adam Foote, Joe Sakic, Steve Yzerman, and Vladimir Konstantinov talking about tearing up.
Oh, no way.
The trailer ends with them interviewing Konstantinov, and the interviewer says, "What was your favorite part of the Colorado-Detroit rivalry in the 90s?" Konstantinov looks at the camera and says, "Beat them."
Good for him. Fuck. Yeah. And how did he get paralyzed again?
So
was that a hit? A bad hit?
No.
Was he in a car accident or something?
First Stanley Cup in 42 years. I got to enjoy that win in 1997 for all of 3 days until this happened. Limo driver fucking put the car around a tree. Larionov was injured. He was injured. Sergei Monatsakonov, one of their trainers, was injured. He took the worst of it. Konstantinov can walk now. Got most of his skills back. Very slow, but Monatsakonov not so good. Larionov, of course, returned to play next year. He had a few months off of rehab, but yeah.
Oh man, so almost like. Well, I shouldn't even say it's almost like, because it's not, because the other one's completely on.
And that's why we love sports.
But the Heatley thing, though, the Heatley one, though.
Obviously, we don't love this incident, but this is why we love sports, because, again, in one of the videos I have, Detroit's, montage videos or whatever they put out when they win the Stanley Cup, the 98 Cup, all the players talk about how important it was to them to win again back to back in 98 because they did not get to enjoy the first one.
Yeah, no doubt. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, did you prior to the Lemieux hit on Draper, did you have any ill feelings really to Colorado?
No, because that's I think they played once maybe before that. Yeah, 96 we got beat up because they won the cup in 96. So the rivalry did start the year prior, but it was early in its infancy.
No way. All right, we should probably move on, I guess. 2 hours into the show, we haven't even got to the last segment yet. This has been a good show, though. I've had fun with this one. We're going to get into some Obi-Wan talk, but as we saw there, Disney and Star Wars released a whole bunch of stuff this week, and so one they talked about was going to be the upcoming Star Wars Skeleton Crew Disney Plus series starring Jude Law. Don't know too much about this one, but yeah, okay. I from what I heard, it's him putting together and training a young crew. I don't know if they're Jedi or not, but we'll see. I'm trusting. It's Star Wars. Listen, I'm hearing, even though Kathleen Kennedy's on top of everything. Did you hear her slam the Solo movie, your Solo movie, saying that they made a mistake and they will never recast legacy characters?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I still think Sebastian Stan should play Luke Skywalker, like post Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, done right. I mean, again, and I didn't think Solo was a bad movie at all. There's a more that I loved than I didn't like, and there was very little I didn't like. Totally set up a great sequel that we're apparently never going to get,
or a series. Maybe Disney Plus picks up the Solo series.
Yeah, and I saw just before we went live that they are still in development with the Lando series.
Oh, with Donald Glover.
Yeah.
All right. I'd be down. I still think it should be the Solo one, even though I wasn't a huge Solo series fan.
So not to jump ahead too much, but just a quick question. I know I'm probably hard on the spot, but if you had to rank based on 2 episodes that we have of Obi-Wan, you had to rank the Star Wars series that we've gotten so far, how impactful were the first 2 episodes for you in comparison to Mandalorian or Boba Fett?
Oh,
like how far invested do you think you were more with the first 2 episodes of Mando or Boba?
No, it's Obi-Wan by a mile.
Yeah.
We'll get into it because we're gonna spoil the shit out of Obi-Wan in just a little bit. I just want to go over these here, but yeah, Obi-Wan by a mile. You? I mean, you don't watch you're halfway through Clone Wars, you said.
Yeah.
So you haven't even got to Rebels or fucking Bad Batch or any of that other stuff. So,
right.
Yeah. So where is it for you?
I'm gonna say, I mean, it's hard because I've loved everything so far. I loved Boba Fett. I loved Mandalorian. But I think for me, there's a lot I loved in the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan.
You didn't.
No, it's not even that. I just think I really liked the Mandalorian that much more.
Yeah.
And I think I liked Boba Fett that much more 2 episodes in.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah. See,
I really thought that this was just going to be.
And I'm one of those people, and you know me, I hate jumping on.
It was good. I am not shitting on Obi-Wan at all. I know it kind of sounds like
no. Of course.
I mean, we only have 3 series to rank here, so I have to put them somewhere.
And you've only got 2 episodes too.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. I don't know. For me, those first few episodes of Boba were so slow, though. But yeah, we'll get into Obi-Wan. Let's get through the rest of the Star Wars announcements here. We're getting a Young Jedi Adventures. I don't know if this is animated, but just by the looks of the title screen, kind of looks like it would be. And I'm down with that. I'm ready for the next batch of young Jedis, and outside of the Skywalker.
Or they could be immaculate conceptions. I mean,
right. But I don't need to see more I want more Skywalker. I know they're saying that the Skywalker series are done, and no, I didn't miss that joke. But I'm happy to see like someone that's akin to Finn getting Jedi powers, right? So, right. Greg Switzer said he had to tune out before the Obi-Wan spoilers. Hope to see you at Comic-Con. We will see you there. Obviously, you're not saying this because you messaged me, but yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know where it's going with that, but I'm down with it. Why is this picture here? That was a little wrong place for that.
Was at the start of my list.
Oh, that was the start of your list. Well, there's our next one. Yeah, hey, that was another announcement. We are getting a sequel to one of my favorite games of the last few years, and maybe my favorite Star Wars game ever, and that was Jedi Fallen Order. This is going to be the sequel has been announced, and it is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That's Cal Kestis there. See BD1 on his shoulder there, who we saw either BD1 or, maybe another robot that was like him in an episode of Boba Fett this year, which was one of the Mandalorian episodes of Boba Fett.
I think if I could own any arcade game ever, it would be the Star Wars game where you get to do the Death Star run.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Even though the graphics were shit. I'm with you.
Terrible.
I'm with you. So this game that's coming out, this sequel, they just announced, takes place at the same time as Obi-Wan. Just putting it out there for you, folks. I'm just fucking putting it out there for you. I think we're going to see Cal Kestis this season. This is a limited series, right?
Yes, but so they've already said that they are open to talking about more.
Please be more. Please be more. I love this fucking show. We're going to get to that, but I'm hoping that the Filoni universe is just going to keep going on. You've said that you're about halfway through.
I'd say 3/4. Yeah.
So you're getting to know Ahsoka now, who was never a part of the prequels.
Right.
What do you think of the character, and what do you think of her relationship between her and Anakin and Obi-Wan, and just her story arc?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster for sure for her.
Yeah.
I mean, the show it's nothing with the story. I have a hard time with this animation, and that's why it's taking me so long to get through it.
Fair.
I almost, a lot of times I find myself even just listening to it.
Yeah, I can see. I've done that when I've been playing video games. I'm not going to lie. The first few seasons were really like that for me. Yeah. Like there was the Clone Wars movie, and even that I can't rewatch. Like I had a hard time getting through that movie. But the series, it got better, and then
I like the story. I like the story for sure.
But it quickly goes from being the story of Anakin and Obi-Wan to being just Ahsoka and Rex.
Right.
Is what that whole fucking show becomes. And we're going to talk a little bit about Rex soon too. But we do know that there's an Ahsoka series coming, and that was another announcement that they made today, was that they announced that the cast from Star Wars Rebels, at least 3 characters from Star Wars Rebels will make an appearance, and that's going to be Ezra Bridger, who we see to Ahsoka's left there, the dude. And then Hera and Sabine will both be there. Of course, Jaren we won't see because he's no longer with us. I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. is still alive, just the character Kanan is not.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is busy filming Punky season 2.
I hope so. Stop it. And don't even get me started on Saved by the Bell getting canceled on Peacock. What the fuck else you got? What else you got, Peacock? Anyways, I'm okay. The only actor that they've confirmed is who will be playing Sabine and that is going to be Liu Bordizzo, excuse me, who will be playing Sabine, who is the original, who got the dark saber, and then just handed it over to Bo-Katan, played by Katie Sackhoff, both in the animated series and in the live action version, and then she ended up giving it to the Mandalorian. So yeah, I'm down for all this. Just give me more. This is you heard. Did we do the show last week?
Yes.
Did we talk about how Kathleen Kennedy said that they were looking for a Kevin Feige type to run the Star Wars? You've got Filoni and Favreau. Just let them do it all. Just step aside, sign their paychecks, and you can be like, I produced everything, and let them do it all. That's not me. I'm not trying to sound misogynistic at all. I just mean those two are the ones that know
the proof's in the pudding.
Exactly. And I like the sequels more than I like the prequels. I'm that guy. I really do, because they're more akin to the originals for me. But yeah, just let Filoni and Favreau run it all. Now, let us get to it, dude. You watched it, right?
I did.
Spoilers coming. Big spoilers coming. That's right. Kenobi spoilers coming. There's our dude.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Obi-Wan, I mean, oh my God, there was so much in this fucking episode.
Yeah, the first one was long.
It was 55 minutes. And
we got a great first episode. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one's like 26 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, I felt like I got ripped off in the second episode. Yeah. Like, what? Yeah. That first episode, I thought it was really good. A lot of people online were saying that was slow moving. I didn't really find it so. That opening recap, could that just be the whole prequels for me, please?
I found myself watching that little intro that you're talking about there. At first, I got goosebumps, and then I got super nostalgic, and then I thought to myself, "Holy fuck, I'm getting nostalgic over the prequels."
Right, and then I got hopeful about the prequels because I'm like, "Oh my God, here comes the spoilers, motherfuckers! Oh my God, they're gonna bring Liam Neeson back at some point." Right after Liam Neeson said, "There's no way he's coming back." If it's just as a Force ghost, there's no way they're teasing Qui-Gon in the fucking opening fucking credit where they're fucking recapping everything. The very last thing that we hear is Yoda saying to Obi-Wan, "I will train you how to speak to your master again."
Right. And again, spoilers, we hear Obi-Wan trying to talk to Qui-Gon multiple times in these first two episodes.
Right. Exactly. There's no way. Like, this will be the biggest fuck you to fans since Superman 3, The Quest for Peace, or 4. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. So we're it's really setting up like we're gonna get Qui-Gon at some point, and I'd be down for that.
She's upset about Qui-Gon not possibly being in Obi-Wan as well.
Is that really it, or did she just watch This Is Us again?
Watching Father the Bride, two assholes. Moment.
So they set this show up as we're hearing about this. We're like, oh my God, whoa, spoilers came up again. We don't need that. People know.
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah, that wasn't me. But no, I'm lost. It came up. The show happens. We think, hey, this is a show that's going to be about Obi-Wan looking after Luke on Tatooine.
Right.
That's all we keep seeing in every trailer. And he's like, I'm going to go to Tatooine and take care of him.
And then,
whoops. Curveball, that's right. Fuck you, Jobu. It's not that at all. And we see Jimmy Smith show up as Organa.
Yeah, Bail
Organa. And we see a young Princess Leia. I forget her name, but she was the girl from The Quiet Place, the daughter, right?
Yeah.
And oh my
God.
God.
You nailed it when we talked about this before the show. Yeah, she absolutely kills it.
This episode is the first 2 episodes is all about her, and she may be as good as Ewan McGregor is. She may be the best actor on the show after the first 2 episodes, and she's so Princess Leia. When I'm watching this, so I'm looking online, and people are like, "Oh my God, she's too bossy, she's too smart, she's too." I'm like, "Did you not watch?"
Do you mean too Leia? Is she too Leia?
Right? Because I went and I watched A New Hope. I literally watched A New Hope right after I watched the first 2 episodes, and I couldn't believe because she's so, like the sass she talks to Han Solo, to Han, the sass she talks to Luke.
There's a point where Obi-Wan looks at her and says, "How old are you?"
Right. She's so good, dude. I mean, I don't know what Disney's doing. I don't know what Marvel or Star Wars, whoever is in charge of this. But my God, you keep getting it right for at least for us fans. I'm a Marvel fan, and you've been getting the shit right with MCU. Even when you change the story, you get the heart of the characters right. The Star Wars shit now, Disney, you're getting that shit right too. I know there's a lot of haters out there, but I'm sorry, you guys are the vocal minority, in my opinion. You're just really loud, and you're not the real fan.
You have a almost 50-year-old Star Wars fan in me who's one of the top 3 favorite characters is Jar Jar Binks. I mean, you've won me over. You made me care about Tusken Raiders.
Did you hear Ewan wants Jar Jar back?
I mean, you have to. You
want him as a Sith?
You can't let the last we hear of him as being a street fucking performer.
Do you want him to be a Sith?
No.
Do you want him to have powers? Do you want him?
No.
Do you want him to have a redeeming story?
I want him to have that redeeming story. I want Ahmad Best to reprise the role, and I want him to get the respect he deserved for. Let's face it, this was a fucking kids movie, people. I'm sorry
They all are.
I'm sorry that you were 30-something fucking years old or 40-something years old when you saw fucking Phantom Menace. It wasn't for you. And if you couldn't fucking sit there and watch it like that, that's not their problem.
Yep. I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty of that because I was a hater of the prequels, and I went into it saying this isn't my Star Wars because it wasn't made for me. It wasn't made for me. And if I would have went into it open, like I did for the sequels for Force Awakens, like you did for the prequels, I would have probably enjoyed them just as much as you did. Probably not the second one because that was just really boring. It was so boring.
I mean, if you're into C-SPAN.
I will laugh every time you make that joke. And I will laugh like it's the first time I heard it every time because it's so true. Yeah, man. But these first 2 episodes, and can we talk about Reva? Is there, like, we saw the opening credits and they open up Obi-Wan and it's Order 66. Yeah. And we see fucking the younglings, and I'm like, oh my God, we're going to see Anakin slay them. That was the first thought I had.
I thought that too. I really did.
I'm like, oh fuck. And then we didn't see, like, you realize quickly it's not the same set of kids.
Right.
Because you didn't see the Twi'lek, because wasn't there a Twi'lek kid?
Yes.
That wasn't Ahsoka. It shouldn't have been Ahsoka, but there wasn't. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So once that happens, I was like, oh, okay, it's not them. But still, I'm like, holy shit, Order 66 is going down. But we did see this one black youngling, and I'm wondering, was that Reva?
Yeah, because we know that a lot of Jedis, to save their own hide, just turned code, much like
all of the Inquisitors.
That analogy, but
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying without having to say it, and let's not do that. But the Night Sisters and the Night Brothers, and the Grand Inquisitor, many of them are former Jedis that turned, Inquisitors and stuff. And she's the third Night Sister, and yeah, man, I don't know. She even said at one point how the Jedi had let them down, let them all down.
Yeah.
And how about that opening sequence where they go into some cantina or whatever in Tatooine, and the Grand Inquisitor's there, and he's talking about the Jedis and about their things. Did you notice the lightsaber marks on the fucking wall?
I did.
Me? Oh, man. Like, so good, Star Wars. You're so fucking good.
And was that the thing that he purchases from the Jawa? Was that an original Kenner toy?
That's I think it's the toy that Luke's playing with when he's like 18 in the original New Hope. Remember, he's playing with that. I think it's the same one. It looks like the same fucking design. So I don't know. I only say that because, like I said, I watched The New Hope literally right afterwards. Oh, I'm such a loser. But yeah, I liked it. And the Grand Inquisitor. So we see Obi-Wan's in hiding in the first episode. We see the Grand Inquisitor and his rabble chasing down Jedi on Tatooine, but they're not chasing Obi-Wan.
No.
Reza is, but nobody else. They're looking for a different Jedi there. And we were just talking about in that cantina there, and finally they get him out and kind of trick him to come out in the open, and then he runs away, and he finds Ben. Obi-Wan Kenobi is going by Ben Kenobi.
Old crazy Ben living in the cave.
And he's like, come help me. And Ben's like, fuck off. He's like, fuck you, dude. He's like, I'm not helping you. He's like, I'm not that guy anymore. And I forget what that Jedi's name is. I did look it up later. Yeah. And I guess he's even got a big backstory and like
so.
But he's like, what happened to you? And Ben's like, just go hide.
Now pause on that moment. And a lot of people, I think people have a lot of love for Obi-Wan. They have a lot of love for Ewan McGregor. I know it's my son's favorite character, and he's from a younger generation who grew up with those prequels, as a young kid. I think that people should have had the same reaction when Luke pulled that shit. Like, fuck off. I'm not a Jedi anymore. Get out of here, Ray. I don't want this lightsaber.
Well, people did. People did, remember? People were pissed.
But that's what I mean. I don't think people had that reaction.
I didn't really like the sequels, and I agreed with them on that one because that was the whole Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
To me, that was symbolic of Rian Johnson saying "fuck you" to the Skywalker trilogy. Like, fuck you guys. I don't give two shits. And we saw that with the cracking of Kylo's helmet and all that shit too. But anyways, that's another tangent I can get on that we won't. Yeah, so we see Ray and also not Ray, fucking Reva and the Grand Inquisitor just button heads from the outset. And we flash forward into near the end of the first episode, and Bail Organa, who has a talk with Leia, and it seems like they mesh things, and they're gonna go hang. He convinces her to go to this big family dinner or whatever with all these dignitaries that she don't like, and she does go talk shit to this one kid, and they have another talk, and then she fucking takes off into the woods again. And these guards are the worst guards ever. Like, they all lose Leia twice. And not only, it's not so bad that they lose her, it's that they lose her and it's fucking Flea that catches her. It was fucking Flea.
Well, I don't think he was really there looking for her. I think he was there probably looking for the rebel base.
Oh, it's all about that base. Yeah. If you know, you know. Stop it. You look like you're under a bridge downtown. We can do this all day. Really,
I'm happy you think I look like I can afford that.
Right. Well, it's the Californication in you. So I don't even know where we were there. Anyway, Leia gets captured by Flea in an attempt to draw out Obi-Wan for Reva because she fucking hired him. And we're into the second episode here now. And so Obi-Wan gets coerced by Owen. Not even by Owen, by Bail Organa to go find Leia. Goes to what planet is that they're on?
Who?
When he goes to find Leia.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what they called it.
Yeah, that's a newer planet. I'm not familiar with. But they go there. Here's my one of my drawbacks about this episode. He's so secretive, wants to keep the Jedi thing in hiding. Yet he comes there, supposed to be incognito, puts on this fucking robe that everyone knows him for, and then he takes his time with the fucking Jedi fucking lightsaber just hanging on his hip out for the public to see, like, oh, nobody's going to see that. Oh, except for Leia sees it and calls him out on it. They go there. Leia talks shit to him. Like you said, and he's like, how old are you? And they end up escaping. He finds her. They escape from Flea. Drops a spice bomb. It's our first time ever getting to see the effect of this spice drug. Is this the first drug use we've seen in Disney?
I believe so. I mean, other than Alice taking pills.
Right, the mushrooms. She took mushrooms too, didn't she? Yeah.
One pill makes you happy.
And one pill makes you. Anyways,
but the one that mother gives you.
Stop it. That's going to be already in my head. I can't hear that song without seeing fucking Apache helicopters raising up in the sky.
Just small.
Isn't that Apocalypse Now?
You go chasing wabbits.
Apocalyptic. Anyways, so Reva finally narrows down Obi-Wan and Princess Leia, and she's about to get them. And then out of nowhere, the Grand Inquisitor comes up and is like, yo, fuck off, move back. I'm taking this shit. And Reva guts him with a lightsaber. So Star Wars Rebels takes place about 9 years after this. Exactly 9 years after this. This motherfucker's still alive on that show and prominent. How? So I'm going to say, that's how the end of the second episode ends. I'm going to say he's not dead. I don't understand how you get stabbed in the belly with a lightsaber and don't get dead.
Well, I mean, it cauterizes itself right away.
I guess. And doesn't Kylo have something right there too? Didn't he get shanked or something? So
maybe they have organs in different places, whatever his species is.
Yeah, but remember though, they also have the cybernetic implants that they can all do, right?
Yeah, the modders,
the modders and shit, and Luke's hand, and so. But yeah, and that's Obi-Wan and Leia got away after that, but yeah, I really like these first two episodes. What do you think?
Yeah, no, they were good. Like I said, it's hard to pit them against each other, having only seen 2 episodes and seen Mando and Boba all the way through, and how much I really loved them. But yeah, there was a lot of great moments in both these episodes, and I want more.
Give us more. You know what? It dropped. I worked at 3 in the morning. Like I get up at 3 in the morning, so it drops, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't even watch this because I got to fucking leave for work. Go to work, come home, watch those. There was another show that I watched too, and I caught up on that. And I'm like, oh, Stranger Things, the entire season dropped, and I haven't watched it. Are you caught up on Stranger Things? Or
No, I fell off on that one last season.
okay, yeah. See, and I'm that guy. Every year it's on. I'm like, I'll watch it, but I put it off, and then I put it on, and I'll binge it, and I'll watch it and love it. It's just it takes me forever to actually turn it on and get it going. It's like working out without the actual loving it part. Anyways, that's it. So that's our show. That's all the spoilers.
I think that's a record without a guest.
Yeah, right? Oh, wait. Last thing. Here's my TikToker of the week, and we'll get out of here. So I feel bad. Let me know what you think of this one, Steve.
Okay, guys, let's see if this filter is racist. Looks about right.
She's my favorite. She's absolutely great. I don't have her name offhand. I showed it there at the end, but yeah, she's the best. She is. I have so many things that I'll put up there that's not offensive at all that get pulled down from TikTok, and the shit she talks about and puts up there. Oh my god. Yeah, she's hilarious. She's quite funny. Anyway, so that's it. What you got going on this week, Steve?
I have Cypress Hill and Slipknot Monday night.
Sweet. So you're
back into the concert game.
You're going to be broke by Comic-Con, is what you're telling me.
No.
Oh.
I have a strict budget this summer. I have a lot of events because of COVID, because of so many events from 2 years ago had been postponed twice now. The dates are all jumbled, and I've got like a 3-week span where I'm going to like 5 shows. So it's
wow. Well, you enjoy Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
Too soon?
I do those just for you now, right?
Yeah, I do. And I feel bad when I don't see them. But then I do see a bunch, and I'm like, where's Steve's comment? Oh, fuck. Sometimes I try to tag you in those ones. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. Next week.
Yeah, no show. We'll chime in.
Yeah, we'll come in live a couple times for you guys, live from Niagara Falls Comic-Con. If you are in the Niagara region, please try to come out next weekend, Scotiabank Center, Niagara Falls Comic-Con. It will be a fucking blast. Excuse me. I'm hosting panels there. Steve will be there helping with the panels as well. As you can see, James Marshall's there from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, from Torchwood, from just about everything. We got Joseph Marcel. I'm hosting that panel. That's right. Uncle Phil and Jeffrey in the same room at the same time together. Brad Dourif and the Child's Play reunion will be there. I tried to get that one for you, Steve, for both of us, but I was going to let you take.
Which one was that?
The Child's Play reunion.
Oh.
William Shatner will be there. We got Ron Perlman, Hellboy, of course, Clay as well from Sons of Anarchy. That panel will be going on. The Chips reunion panel. Friday, I will be hosting the panel with Charles Martinet, who is the voice of Super Mario. It's a Mario. We'll also be doing all the wrestling panels, including Santino Marella. Big Sexy. That's right. Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, Kevin Nash. I'll be hosting that panel. Be hosting the panel for Curtis Armstrong, who played Booger on Revenge of the Nerds. And I will, of course, be hosting the super panel with Supergirl herself, Laura Vandervoort, Canadian. So make sure you come down. And we'll be hosting the panel with AC/DC drummer
Simon Wright.
Right. So make sure you come down. And like we said, don't feel intimidated. Come over, say hi to us. Take a picture. Ask us if we want to take a picture. We'll take a picture. We're cool like that. We always hear you guys tell us later that you're like too embarrassed or whatever to say hi.
We're COVID friendly too. You can give us a wet willy if you want.
Yeah, we're both vaccinated. So and we're even vaccinated for COVID. So it's okay. It's like Steve with his 3 rubbers. Anyways, that's a good way to end this show. For the Wellandwingnut. Oh, I'm so used to doing it the other way. I'm your boy, Zeus. Wishing you all a great weekend. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you all next week for Comic-Con. Till then.